Kevin Sheedy down there.
There he is.
The AFL legend. He's the special guest for the AFL.
Well, you keep going now, Dan.
While you're drooling over Sheeds, Panda, I'll continue. For Albury, we're doing Fletcher Carroll, 29 disposals, averaging this year. Jake Daynor, Jackson Kelly, son of a gun, Braden O'Hara, and Anthony Miles, who I want to see hit a bit of form today, Mont, as well.
Yeah, he's been a little bit quieter than what we expect, but I think he's got to play just that inside role. I think that's what Albury needing to do with now the outside speed with Jackson Kelly and Fletcher Carroll on this side. Just love to see him get his hands on it nice and close to the contest.
John O'Mail as well, recruit from Menga player Cookadinia, making his debut for the Albury Tigers today as well. So looking forward to see what he can do in the SS&A, Ovens and Murray. Blake Panda Edscott and Scott Montgomery with you for McRae Motors. We've got Dan Vaccaro, the #1 stats man for 40 Winks, and of course the Newmarket Hotel. Our opening term thanks to A-grade oils and batteries, and here's Scott Montgomery on O&M Live.
We see Muller and Gaston go up. Gaston gets up high and wins a tap. I think he might be going to get a free kick. Yes, he is. Shane Gaston free kick. I think he's paid a trip. I don't know how when he was in the air like that. So I bet you he gives it straight back to Sam Murray, his coach, and he does. Murray put him down for a 40 Winks early. Goes inside 50 with that long left foot. Heads towards, well done by Hart at the back. Gets it forward to the contest. Well picked up there by Philo. Gets it on the boot again. Gaston inside 50 towards Marklew. Marklew's been grabbed. He wanted the free. Didn't get it. Jackson Kelly's first there. No, Marklew gets the boot on it and gets it through for a minor score to start it off. That's the first score on the Steel Line scoreboard in this first quarter.
So Al Marklew, soccer skills, been watching the Champions League during the week. No Manchester City, Dan, which I'm a little bit flat about.
Great result.
As Fletcher Hart kicks out of defence for the Albury Tigers. Looks to the one-on-one in the middle of the ground. It was Muller and Gaston. Murray just shoveled it forward for the Rovers. O'Brien was brought down without the footy. Umpire said play on. Reece King's wrapped up hard by Ellison. We've got a ball up, true centre-half forward. Rovers end of the ground, kicking to the Evans Street end here at the WJ Finlay Oval. We've played, I'm not sure how long actually, because there's no scoreboard here at the Rovers and I don't have a time clock.
About 2 minutes.
There we go. We'll have to get up the live stream, boys. Of course, O&M Snap Print Solutions TV. Doug Greshke, the cameraman today, as Fletcher Carroll marks on centre wing. Kicks to half forward. O'Hara with the body work. Well done on Lockie McCartney. He plays on.
Moves on quickly onto that left foot. Such a dangerous kick and finds the chest of Benny Kelly. Just outside 50 now for the Albury Tigers. Kelly looking for an option, being called to play on. Not sure what to do. Just goes to the top of the goal square. It's not a bad kick. Comes to ground, but Sam Murray's there for the Wangaratta Rovers and should be able to mop up. And he does now. Goes short, but it doesn't hit a target. Oh, crunching tackle. Well done by the Rovers. And the ball's going to be balled up 45 away from the Albury goal on the far side.
We've played about 2 minutes for Maccas. Dan Vaccaro.
Hot start for Rovers. 2 inside 50s already, but Albury coming back here.
Ball up, inside forward 50 for the Tigers. Garish in the blue boots. You cannot miss him. Shovels back to Murray. And he links up with Allison. Still in defence for the Rovers. Kicks it down the far wing. Has it gone out of bounds on the full? No. Punched over the boundary line. And they'll throw it back in on the Normin side of the WJ Finlay Oval. Dan Vaccaro.
Sam Murray on the 40 Wing stat sheet already, boys. 4 disposals in the opening 2 minutes, so he looks on today.
He's on track to get his season average, that's for sure, of 23 touches. As Dan Vaccaro has mentioned many times, he has dominated the 40 Wing stat sheet all year. Ball gets tossed in, and I think it should be called back. Now, the umpire says go for it. Both Ruckman didn't want a bar of it. Now the Rovers come away with it. Falls out to Gaston, to Murray, putting there for another 40 Winks. Goes nice and long with that left foot towards 50. Looks like he had a hold of Marklew's jumper again there to Gilmore, but no, the umpire says play on. Ball falls to the back. Stewie Booth, oh, he can't pick it up. Just toe pokes towards goal. Falls to the feet of Philo and through for another minor score. They looked like a goal for all money. Weren't able to be clean there, the Rovers.
Yeah, really good effort there by the Rovers as they just turn it over then.
They do. So the ball at half forward here for the Rovers. They all pounce in. Miles out the back of the contest. Hand passes it to Gaynor. He's under a fair bit of pressure. Look at the Rovers. They've brought the heat. A really good tackle there from McCarthy. Fletcher Carroll picks it up with class across halfback for the Tigers. A beautiful little kick up towards Walker. McQuaid had him for measure. Boyd applies a strong tackle on Kelly. Brought to ground. Reece King over this football. I reckon we're going to have a stalemate here on centre wing. We are broadcast side.
I think both teams at the moment are just a little bit chickens with their heads cut off in the opening couple of minutes. They're sort of going forward without any sort of composure or accuracy, Mont, in their kicking.
We've got about 3 minutes, 4 minutes on the end side time clock. Ball now gets over here to O'Hara. O'Hara's handball, not great follow, chops it off. Been tackled straight away by Duncan, and now Paul's going to pay a free kick. He's held on to him for too long. So Brody Philo, yeah, I don't think he did. So Brad Philo comes back. Just looking for a target inside 50. Long penetrating kick to the top of the goal square from Philo. Mark Lou unattended, takes an easy grab in the end. Don't know what happened to Gilmore, got lost, and Elmer Fudd will go back and line up for his 12th goal of the season.
Yeah, you just saw an absolute perler of a kick there, Philo. Just kept it simple, and that's why you want the ball in his hands. A long penetrating 50-metre kick straight down the throat of Mark Lou. Seemed to be the first team to settle first in this contest.
Fortuitous free kick, some would say, to Philo, but what a kick, as you said, to the top of the goal square. It's where you wanted as a key forward. First to read the footy. Mark Lou on the move now, kicks from 25. No mistake, that's one thing he has definitely improved, is those shots on goal from there. Puts the first major on the board for the Wangaratta Rovers, which reads them 1-8. Albury yet to score, and we have gone 5 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock.
Yeah, what a start and what a finish there by Mark Lou. You mentioned it before, Mont. He's just worked on his finishing a goal, and that was a beautiful kick. But the kick from Philo was perfect. Just 25 metres out, exactly what you want out of a big forward. Good start here by Rovers. They were a little bit panicky in the opening few minutes, but they look to have settled first. 4 inside 50s for Rovers, and you've got 5 disposals already on the 40-wing stat sheet for Sam Murray. So really hot start here.
The voice of Dan Vaccaro for the Newmarket Hotel, and of course 40 winks. Dan Vaccaro dominating today. It's Scott Montgomery, of course, for A-grade oils and batteries. Gaynor just sort of slipped as he cleared the footy for the Tigers. Allison in there for the Rovers. McCarthy over this footy. John O'Mail with his first touch. Fletcher Carroll down there as well on hands and knees, and Jackson Kelly emerges. Pumps the Tigers inside forward 50. Good contest there between Walker and McQuaid. It's going to be a good battle. Clever little tap forward there by Walker. Shag and Nolan in there for working hard for the Rovers in defence. It comes to Garish, who helps out. His kick smothered over the boundary line. Half forward for the Albury Tigers, 60 from home. We have played around 6 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock opening term.
Yeah, really good smother there by John O'Mail, young fella coming in today. But yeah, hot start here by Rovers. 4 inside 50s and 5 disposals for Sam Murray, as mentioned earlier.
The jungle drums are beating in the background on our ambience mics. They love it down here as Muller wins that tap. Falls straight to ground. O'Brien gets a quick kick, and it's hit the chest of Lewis. Justy Lewis, second year as a Rover, goes short, finds a teammate in Garish. As Panda said, those boots you can't miss. Jackie Garish today, and he loves days like this. Get the tan on those arms. He works hard for those arms.
No body fat whatsoever on that man.
0%, I think. As he goes long now towards the captain in Fudd, and Isaac Muller, the opposing captain, gets the fist on it. We'll have a boundary showing about 85 away from goal for the Rovers end.
Yeah, great smother there by Isaac Muller. He's just gotten a little bit fitter. He's getting to every contest possible now early in the season. Will
Christie out with a bit of a knee injury, I'm told, so that would have been a wonderful duel today. Muller and Christie, who informed Ruckman. McCarthy on hands and knees. Gaynor wins the footy onto Mail. That's Jono. Kicks it to half forward. Bounce just favoured McQuaid, who pushed Walker underneath the footy. Charles Ledger, forward hand pass to Gaston on centre wing for the Rovers. Catapan took the ball out of bounds as he marked it. And we're going to have a throw in right in front of our commentary position, Monty.
Not a great handball by the big ruckman there, was it? The Frenchman
typical
dismissed him.
Ruckman.
Yeah, I didn't want to say
like
it.
Jason Dunstall.
Typical ruckman.
Comes from a short man when they say typical ruckman normally.
Hopeless.
And we're going to have a ball in here right in front of the Albury bench, where I see in the pink is Jesse Wilson, which is great to see, recovering from that ACL injury he suffered in the grand final last year. Yeah, mark that one down as a draw. Gaynor doesn't quite take it with him. Now Muller gets it on the boot quickly, goes towards Heine Hennessy, doesn't quite take it cleanly, and Garish, oh, what a set of hands that is. Finds Allison, goes to Chamberlain. Chamberlain misses the kick towards Osborne. Osborne's quick enough to get back onto it, and now just jams it on the boot towards the middle of the ground. Goes towards the 2 ruckman, and Muller, too big, too strong over the back, and Isaac Muller will get moving for the Albury Tigers.
Elite body and paint mark of the day there for big Isaac Muller. Got some unbelievable numbers for a big man, leading the competition in contested possessions as Jake Page kicks the Tigers inside forward 50. McQuaid.
Oh.
Great body work with an elite body and paint mark of the day on Matt Walker. Watch out for that duel, Dan Vaccaro. It's going to be a ripper all day.
Yeah, it's going to be a mouth-watering duel. Matt Walker's had a really good start to the season, but Jace McQuaid is as stingy as it comes in defence for Rovers.
Absolutely. He's fast becoming one of the best defenders in the competition, I reckon, Jace McQuaid. Allison now for the Rovers, goes short. Oh, not a great contest there. Finn Osborne might have ducked the head a little bit and drops the mark. I reckon Braden O'Hara might be just saying that to him. And on the 40-wing stat sheet, what do we got, Dan Vaccaro?
4 inside 50s for Rovers and 3 for Albury. So even contest, Albury have evened it up. Fletcher Carroll on the 40-wing stat sheet too. He's at 4 disposals already in this quarter.
Ball gets tossed in. Boyd wins that one against Kelly. No one really wants it as it sits on the ground for a couple of seconds. No one goes around it. And we'll have a repeat stoppage in exactly the same spot, 40 away from the Albury Tigers goal at the bar end of the ground.
We've played around 9 minutes for NZ in the opening term for A-grade oils and batteries. The only goal, this one to Alex Marklew. That's an interesting kick across goal from Sam Murray for the Rovers. Asked a lot of Jack Gerish, who's up to the task. Duncan with a really good defensive tackle for the Tigers. Heine Hennessy, Slim Shady, goes back in, gets a hand pass out to Duncan. Left foot kick was a bit of a grubber, but he followed up his work beautifully. And a left foot kick into the channel has been cut off beautifully by the calm head of Xavier Allison for the Wangaratta Rovers. Hand pass it across goal. They clear it to the far side. It's been marked here by Finn Osborne. We've played almost 10 minutes opening term. Here's Scott Montgomery for Wang Motor Group.
Finn Osborne now going to go short to the coach. It's a smart move if you want to keep getting a game. Kick it to the coach every time you get it.
7th disposal for Sam Murray too.
Perfect one too. Number 7, a lucky one, finds Ledger out here. Played on very looking what he had. Has to go backwards now. Just hemmed in a little bit here.
It's a good press by the Tigers.
It's a great press. Oh, but it opened up in the middle there and follows away. Here go the Rovers. They got space in front of him. Follow for a nice little kick out in front of Amory. Amory goes back with courage. Well done too by Unthank. No one flinched there. Amory gets back on it first and kicks off the ground inside 50. Marklew, clever little tap. Amory's kept going. What can he do? Elijah around the body. Not quite there. Great mark there taken by Fletcher Hart. And away go Albury through, and he'll find the other Fletcher in Fletcher Carroll.
Yeah, just at half back. Plays on straight away. Beautiful kick down the wing, right in front of the Albury Tigers bench in our commentary position. O'Hara marks onto Miles. His kick's an interesting one in the middle of the ground. Coming across there was Osborne. Murray also sweeps up, kicks into the middle of the ground. Over his intended target, McCarthy with tough strength. Wins the important one-on-one. Goes short to Philo. Too far out to score, Brody. Plays on straight away with a dart into the pocket. Almost got there to Schubert. At ground level, boundary throw in, 40 out from the Rovers goal. Geez, they opened them up brilliantly then there, Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, they did, and that's the problem with the press, is that it is really hard to get out, but when you do, you get in the hands of people like Brody Fowler that can really cut Albury up in this game.
Scoreboard reads 8-0 here for Steel Line as the ball gets tossed in inside the 50. Muller gets onto it first, gets tackled, drops the footy. The umpire says play on, follows on it for the Rovers. Handball over the head, Unthank now for Albury, cleans up. He gets tackled as well when he didn't have possession. He's going to get the free kick. Will Unthank will get it for Albury. Just a calming free kick here. And he's going to pay a 50-metre penalty for a bit of abuse against Sam Murray. And it's our mate Mason who pays it in the middle of the ground. I don't think anyone knows what for, but he's telling him that he's settled down, is Mason. And Muzz probably needs, and he's given another 50.
100 metres.
Wow, Sam needs to settle down, I think, if he's saying something bad enough to give away 100. This is nearly going to get Will Unthank from the back pocket to inside 50, and that's a fair 50. That's about 65.
So it's 115 metres is what you're saying, Monty.
I reckon it might be every bit of 115. He's gone from the very back pocket to inside 50, and Will Unthank is normally a nice long kick.
He's a beautiful kick, and yeah, that's really disappointing by Sam Murray. He needs to make amends to the coach as well. So you obviously don't know what he said, but it obviously wasn't good.
Yeah, well, Mason didn't like it clearly. Blew the whistle twice. Unthank now rolls around onto his left foot, kicks from 51. Sailing, not quite there. Just faded very late there on Will. Goes through for their first score. The Tigers are on the board. One behind. The Rovers are 8, and that's on the Steel Line scoreboard. And we've gone 13 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock.
Yeah, it's a really interesting contest at the moment, guys, on the 40-wing stat sheet. So it's 6 inside 50s for Rovers to Albury's 5, and there's been some really good players. Sam Murray's had 8 disposals this quarter. You just saw him give away a 100-metre penalty, but he is been fantastic this quarter. And Fletcher Carroll as well, 5 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet.
It's Dan Vaccaro for the Newmarket Hotel and 40 winks as Allison brings it in from the kick-in. Jace McQuaid got 2 hands to it. Charlie McGrath just pressured him. And we're going to have a throw in, about 55 around from the Albury Tigers goal, who after a fast start for the Rovers have just settled into this opening term.
Just trying to keep an eye for Lockie O'Brien, sorry lads. He's only touched the ball once this quarter, so slow start for him, averaging 34 disposals a game.
Anyone running with him?
Jake Page started there, I think.
Okay, we'll check back in. Miles weave through a bit of traffic there. Beautiful hand pass to Heine Hennessy. A great smother there by Lockie McCartney. It was an elite body and paint player of the day. Had one hand free, jammed it on the boot outside defensive 50. Going in here was Amory, did well. The Rovers just kick it down the far wing.
And away it goes. Stewie Booth, one of the most improved footballers now, and just punches it in front of Elmer Fudd. The Fudd picks it up cleanly, tackled straight away by King. Great tackle, ball falls backwards now towards Justin Lewis. Bit going on off the ball too, boys. Ball now, it's back inside 50. Gilmore's clean, gets tackled straight away, and it's a strong tackle. There's going to be a free kick, I think. I think. Is there a bit going on there, boys?
There was between King and Marklew.
Yeah, there was.
Mason Ring went over there. I thought he might have paid it, but Justin Lewis quickly inside 50 now, goes short to McCarthy. Alex McCarthy will go back and have a shot straight in front, good 40 metres out to the man on the mark.
Yeah, really good hit-up play there by McCarthy as well. So they're going to have another shot, and that's their second mark inside 50 as well. So they're getting the inside 50 entries, Mont, with 8, but they're finding the target as well.
Absolutely, yeah. They look dangerous, the mid-sized forwards for Wangaratta Rovers as McCarthy's on the way. Sets sail home, normally a beautiful kick. This one goes straight through the middle for a Sunjan goal today to Alex McCarthy, and the Rovers have 2. They've started really, really well here. 2-2-14 to 1 behind on the Steel Line scoreboard.
Yeah, I really like the contest, to be honest, between both teams. It's a little bit end-to-end at the moment. I feel like Albury are dominating the territory battle, which is a little bit unusual because Rovers pride themselves on having that territory battle won. They're not great in the clearances and not great rebound 50s, but they do get their hands in the footy. They're number 2 in the league for disposals, and they're playing off the counter, in a soccer term, a little bit off Albury as well. So it's going to be a really interesting case study in the next 3 quarters.
Jackson Kelly coming off for a rest.
Parnell's with O'Brien in this centre bounce, boys.
Of course, laid out Lockie Tiziani for the Albury Tigers, and Parnell in. Gaston streams out of the middle. You won't see that too often. Kicks into the pocket.
That's going to be a free kick, yep.
There's a free kick. Monty, you saw it?
Yeah, Gilmore just ragdolled him off. Didn't let him jump at the footy and just ragdolled him to ground. Poor decision by Gilmore there. Just had to keep the body engaged, and he would have kept him out of the contest.
That man, Sam Murray, boys, he's had 9 disposals, and that clearance there was as good as any of them. Handball out, straight down the throat, into the 50, and Mark Lou gets the free kick.
We asked the question pre-game. We're going to see the Albury Tigers defence under a bit of pressure today. This will be the 3rd goal in a row for the Rovers. They've started on fire. Right down Alex Markley for 2, the big fud. He gave us the love hands pre-game.
Loves us.
He loves the O&M Live call team. And the Rovers go to 3-2-20. Albury 1 behind. It's a 19-point margin for Steel Line in the opening term.
Yeah, Rovers are looking really good, and as they're as good as any. 9 inside 50s now for Albury. Lockie O'Brien, quiet first quarter, but Xavier Allison, Brody Follow, Sam Murray all getting their hands in the footy. Sam Catapan has only had the 1 disposal this quarter as well, so he's also been quiet, Mon.
What are those clearance numbers, Vax?
The centre clearance numbers is 2-1. Around the grounds I'm not taking, but the midfield is on top for Rovers for sure.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's where it all starts, in the middle of the ground. Big Gaston's doing a great job so far against Muller. Muller wins that one, goes towards that man Murray. Give him number 10, please, Vax. Not a great one, but it goes backwards. Falls the way of Nolan in the end. Shag and Nolan goes wide towards his little mate in Garish. Garish goes backwards with a handball to Catapan, who then finds Murray. Murray gets it on the boot, heads towards the scoreboard. Gets over the back, and Lewis is first on it. He's going to be clean. He is clean. Gets a handball now, but it's a poor one, and Maxi Byrne chops it off to his coach Miles, and away go the Albury Tigers.
Weaving through a bit of traffic there was Tommy O'Brien, finds Jake Page. A couple with the buzz cuts for the Albury Tigers.
Yeah, they're all at the same haircut, so
They
it's
do
helpful
indeed.
for us.
Good kick in the middle of the ground, finds Gaynor. He's got John O'Mail forward of the footy, uses him. The Mangapla Cookadinia fella comes out wide with a left foot kick into the waiting arms of Michael Duncan. It's a pretty congested forward 50.
It's the man you want the ball in the hands of.
Braden O'Hara. That's the voice of Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket. Disappointing kick. You put him under the
Oh, it was a
Moz.
good kick. It was a good kick. It would have hit him on the chest, but just Muzz got him.
Sam Murray intercepts across half-back for the Rovers. We
Number
have
12.
played 17 minutes on
Number
the
12.
NZ Albury time clock. The Rovers by 19, Mon.
Number 12 for Sam Murray as well, boys.
Just get that one out, please, Vax. As the ball goes backwards now, and O'Brien takes the mark on centre wing. One of the most improved players, I reckon, this year. He's been great in the back end of last year as well. Albury are happy to just keep going backwards, and they find Duncan. Gives a handball to the running Gilmore. Looks super fit this year, Gilmore. It's a great kick out in front of O'Hara. Just bounces in front of him and the ball gets away from him. The old legs couldn't quite keep up with it. And we'll have a throw in 85 away from the Albury Tigers goal.
Yeah, really good start here by Rovers in this quarter. We talked about Sam Murray earlier, 12 disposals for him. Sam Catapan's only had the 2, and Lockie O'Brien, so he's going to work in this midfield for Wangaratta.
So a good boundary throw in here from the young fella. Look at that, beautiful. Muller with the front position, down to Jake Gaynor. Really good numbers again this year. He finished last season brilliantly. He was almost probably the player of the finals,
We all
wasn't he?
forgot how injured he was. He was really banged up early on in the year, and he got back and really showed us in that final series what a player he can be for this Albury Tigers lineup.
Catapan running with him, Muller grabbing it out of the ruck. And then follows up his efforts at ground level. Byrne with a hand pass to Mail, who's got involved a little bit early. O'Brien inside forward 50, hits the ground. Walker tackled straight away by McQuaid. Almost has to be holding the ball. Tried to break through about 3 tackles. In the end, Nolan wins it for the Wangaratta Rovers. He goes out wide, D50, Jack Garish. and he exits defensive 50 to McCarthy, who kicked an opening term goal for A-grade Oils and Batteries.
Been fantastic, Alex McCarthy. We're going to have another free kick here. And the ball, umpire says play on. Amory goes inside 50 with it. Who's going to get there first? It's Schubert. Schubert now tackled straight away by Duncan, and the ball spills. We'll have a boundary throw in. About 35 away from the Rovers goal.
Fantastic transition work there, and it's on the back of Jack Garrett, who's had a really good first quarter, able to put it down the line, find Mark Lou for the contest, draw the free kick, and their run off the halfback has been fantastic today, Rovers.
Gone 20 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock. Ball gets tossed in. Muller a bit too strong with Schubert. Just falls to the way of Byrne. Not a great kick. Puts it to a dangerous spot. Oh, terrible bounce for McCartney. Ball gets over the back now, and King falls the way of King again. He just picks it up clean this time and goes, I'll do this one myself, and gets it on the boot. Gets out the back now towards Parnell, spoiled by Shaganolan, but I think it's going to be called a front-on contact. So Parnell will get the free kick. Just forward to true centre wing. Looks back inboard. No, decides now he's going to go inside 50 to a searching lead of Walker. Walker with the grab. Umpire says no, play on. McQuaid's the first there and picks it up and gets tackled straight away. Parnell gets a handball backwards. Ball falls away towards Miles. No, it's cut off straight away there by a teammate. Here you go, Aubrey through Byrne again on his right foot. Inside 50, Mail gets the ball spoiled away from him by McCartney. And here come the Rovers through Shaganolan.
That is a fantastic spoil there by McCartney. That is defence personified there. Just be able to get the fist in and draw another stoppage. Really, really professional play by Rovers.
Rovers by 19. The only 3 goals in this opening term for A-grade Oils and Batteries. Will go around the ground soon for Mr. Stowe's Pool World. A wonderful round of SS&A Ovens and Murray action as the Tigers go inside 50 again. Walker sliding into this one, picked up by Jeffy Garlett. His kick was half smothered. Mail over this football again, trying to get a hand to it. Boundary throw in, 50 around from the Tigers' goal. They trail by 19, Dan Vaccaro around the grounds.
Just getting it up now, Panda. Just bear with me. The internet's a little bit slow here in Rovers. I don't know what you guys are doing to the Telstra Towers.
I don't know if Telstra's the problem, although you want to be on a bit earlier.
Technician Dan Vaccaro.
As now Catapan, give him another 40 winks so you don't miss it. Ball falls away of, I think it was Miles, gets it inside 50. Oh, what a grab. How good was that? Tommy Boyd was spoken about his intercept marking. That's an elite body and paint mark of the day by Tommy Boyd, the co-captain of the Wangaratta Rovers, who goes backwards and finds Catapan. Catapan now decides to go short and finds Chamberlain. Chamberlain will go back to Catapan. Just waxing a little bit here, the Rovers. They did this last week. They go into a different game mode, and they just think we'll hold on to it and get some stats up. And he goes down the ground, and Alex Marklew gets it on the half-back flank.
Around the ground, so Mr. Stowe's Pool World, Lavington 25 to Murderford Saints 15, Wodonga 8 to Corowa 8, and North Albury 56 to Wodonga Raiders 0.
Wow, that game's over and done with. So North Albury 4-0, you'd expect.
Watch the voice change in Panda, I reckon.
Just pick up
a
little bit.
Bit of excitement now.
So Muller with the tap out. O'Brien, he's been quiet, but he got the hand pass there. Links up with Mark Lou, tried to get it back to a one. What is it, a 1-2? Thanks for the help, Mont.
Yeah, 1-2.
As Gaynor shovels it inboard here to Max Byrne, who goes to Page, and Miles on centre wing. Not a great kick. King started the game well, but they turn it over here, the Tigers. McCarthy in the middle of the ground, hand pass it to Philo, who torpedo punts it to half forward, but there's no one home. It's Fletcher Hart, the only one in defensive 50 for the Tigers. They sweep up here through Gilmore, who hand passes to Will Unthank.
Unthank now gets it on that trusty left boot, heads towards Parnell. Parnell got a little bit of interference. Oh, what a pickup by the old-timer and O'Hara. O'Hara goes back inboard with some great vision towards his coach, but a great spoil by the other coach in Murray. Murray gets it from Nolan now and going through the middle of the ground, and what a kick that is. Opens the game right up to Marklew. Marklew 60 from goal. Sets sails towards the top of the goal square. Ball bounce in front of Schubert. Schubert, goal! Elite body and paint play of the day right there. Finished by Judge Schubert, but how was the vision from the coach, Sam Murray, to find Alex Marklew to get him inside 50. And number 4 is on the board for the Wangaratta Rovers. They have a 25-point lead on the Steel Line scoreboard.
That is probably one of the best quarters individually I've seen so far this year, Mont. Sam Murray is absolutely insinuating form here. He has had 13 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet, and that kick there, the vision to see Marklew and Marklew to drive it in the 50. Rovers are playing fantastic football, and they've got Albury on the ropes in the first quarter, Mont.
They certainly do. 26-1. The Wangaratta Rovers, 2 goals to Marklew, 1 to young Judge Schubert, and 1 to Alex McCarthy as well. The Tigers just looked a bit jumped here at the minute. Opening term for A-grade Oils and Batteries, and Sam Murray again imposing the contest.
This bloke's been great too.
Yeah, Gaston tried to sock it off the ground inside forward 50. Murray getting involved again, putting it in front of his teammate inside forward 50. Just over the head there of O'Brien, resting forward. Mark Lew over this footy. Dill Wilson tried to shake the tackle of Duncan. Good defensive pressure there by Mark Lew on Byrne. Carroll with a clever little hand in. Look at the defensive pressure here by the Wangaratta Rovers. Forced a dump kick from Albury, but it might work out here by John O'Mail. Kicks it down the wing, just off the chest there of Parnell, who hand passes it forward here to Gaynor. Gets on the end of it and Albury away.
Here goes Jakey Gaynor now. Should be going inside 50. Probably could have gone a bit deeper. Look for Garlett, spoiled by Nolan. Well done, Parnell. Just belts it back towards Garlett. Inside 50. It's to the top of the goal square and Tommy Boyd just reads the footy so well. The inside 50s from Albury so far have been ordinary. Haven't been able to find a target inside 50. And I tell you what, Tommy Boyd's having a field day back there and sent up very, very well.
Yeah, well, you're spot on in terms of the inside 50. They've had the same amount of inside 50s, or one less than Rovers, so they're getting the ball in, but their ball use is just nowhere near the level of Rovers this quarter.
25 minutes gone on the NZ Albury time clock. Here goes Jackson Kelly. Looks like it gets legged. No, umpire says play on. It was Catapan, who's just battling away. And I tell you what, that defensive pressure from Wangaratta Rovers today has been second to none, and that's why they had that 25-point lead on the Steel Line scoreboard.
Opening term for A-grade oils and batteries. Blake Penderescott and Scott Montgomery with you for McRae Motors. Here on 2AY's O&M Live. Ball camped out on the far side of the WJ Finlay. Mason Rings has picked out a free kick. It's going to be a high free kick, and it's going to go the way of the Albury Tigers and Jake Gaynor. Still too far out to score. Lead comes from Heiner Hennessy. Goes in that direction. Kelly with in fact, it was Muller in the hole. Stewie Booth pushing hard in defence for the Rovers. Just clears it as far as he can. Albury have a bit of a wall up here at the moment. O'Brien just juggled it to himself. Shovels it back to a teammate. 1-2. Wants his left foot tied up against the boundary, O'Brien. Kicks it to Wilson. Just gets over the back of his head on the far wing. Booth there. So's Hart. Unthink, the only one back there for the Tigers, keeps the ball in across half back.
Use that left foot to come inboard. Goes towards a teammate in Hillary. Hillary goes back. Oh, well done, Allison. Come off the half back line to spoil that one and then lays the tackle on Hillary again. Kelly gives it now across to McGrath, who just bombs it long towards the half-forward flank. Back with courage goes Nolan, but it's a nice little grab by Jakey Gaynor. Gaynor plays on quickly. He breaks the 50-metre arc and heads home for goal, towards goal. Sunjay goal today. Jakey Gaynor, if you don't mind. It's one the Albury Tigers needed. It's their first for the day. Takes them to 1-1-7. Trailing the Wangaratta Rovers 4-2-26 on the Steel on Albury scoreboard.
Yeah, you nailed it, Mont. They desperately needed that one there. And Jakey Gaynor, he's been their best player so far in this quarter. He's had 10 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet, and now just one running goal there from 50 metres out. But what an interesting game. I think Albury are trying to set up defensively when they get the ball inside their 50. However, they're not all buying in, and there's holes, and that's where Rovers are able to exploit them through Philo and Murray, who are elite ball users in this comp. So it's a really interesting game at the moment, but Albury, much needed goal there.
Averaging 27.7 disposals, 11.3 score involvements across the first 3 rounds is Jake Gaynor.
That's elite.
So he's almost half his disposals end up in Albury Tigers scores. He's damaging. There's Gaston out of the middle again. He's done that a few times in this opening term. Kicks to half forward, bit of a tussle between Byrne and Wilson. That's going to be a good matchup. Was there a whistle? And that was the netball, I think. As the siren sounds here to end an opening term that has been dominated by the Wangaratta Rovers on the scoreboard, but Albury certainly got themselves back into the contest late. Jake Gaynor with the only goal for the Albury Tigers. Quarter time, the Rovers 4-2-26. Albury 1-1-7 on the Steel Line scoreboard. When we come back, we'll review the opening term. It's O&M Live on 2AY, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community. .0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Albury Wodonga.
O&M Live on 2AY.
Quarter time here at a packed WJ Finlay Oval. Perfect day for footy and netball. Sponsors day here at the Wangaratta Rovers. They are very happy indeed because the Rovers lead by 19 points. 26-7 here on O&M Live. Blake Panderescott with you. Scotty Montgomery for McRae Motors, and dominating on our 40-wing stat sheet and special comments for the Newmarket Hotel is Dan Vaccaro. Some of the highlights, please. Say our quarter's best for McRae Motors in the opening term.
Thank you, Panda. Quarter's best is no other than Sam Murray for Wang Rovers. He's had 15 disposals and he has been their driving force out of the middle, and he just looks to his absolute best. And then for Albury, I think Jake Gaynor's been their best. He's had 10 disposals this quarter and he has kicked the goal as well. Special mentions to Alex Mark Lewis, kicked the two. Looks very deadly around that half-forward area and in front of the sticks as well. So really interesting quarter. I think that it was even in terms of ball use and going inside forward, 50-13 apiece. Rovers just look so much more organised and so much more accurate with their kicking as well, coming out of the midfield and into their forward 50.
Around the grounds as well, quarter time scores in the SS&A Ovens and Murray. Please, Dan Vaccaro for Mr. Stowe's Pool World.
Yes,
I think so.
Yep.
Thank you. Telstra's back up and working, boys. So Yarrawonga, they got the early jump on Wang Rovers, 4-2-26.
Wang Magpies.
Wang Magpies, sorry, 1-2-8. Lavington, 5-2-32 to Myrtle for 2-3-15 at quarter time. And the surprising one here is Corowa in front down at Martin Park. Wodonga, 1-3-9 to Corowa, 2-2-14. And North Albury, 9-2-56 to Wodonga Raiders, 1 goal straight 6. So that is huge news coming out of Bunton Park. Yep. And then obviously you got the score here, 4-2-26 leads Albury, 1-1-7.
Tell you what, the polar opposites here when I'm standing in the middle. We got Dan very flat because of Wodonga's score, and then Panda's up and about with his team kicking 9 first quarter goals. How long since North Albury's kicked 9 in the quarter?
Very, very long time.
I reckon it would have been 5 or 6 years, wouldn't it?
And you're just Switzerland in the middle, aren't you?
I'm in the middle. I just like to sit on the fence a little bit and give a 5
It's a win-win for you. It's a win-win for you.
You've been to about all the bloody clubs, haven't you?
I played at 2 of them that are playing today, so Cora and Wodonga, I don't care there.
Lavington as well? As a junior?
Yeah, a lot of... No juniors there. A lot of 2s.
Wodonga, too early
Wodonga
days.
juniors, Wodonga juniors. Cora and the 2s.
Monty gets around.
Matt Spanger, the journeyman.
Brian Lake, I might take, you know.
That's a good analogy. Second term underway for Jayco Albury Wodonga. What do the Tigers have it in this second term? They trail by 19 points, 26 plays 7, as we get our time clock up. And we'll get the live stream up, because that's how we're doing the time clock today, Scotty Montgomery.
Yes, for NZ Albury, of course. Great sponsor to the time clock.
Toss back up. It's a good battle between Gaston and Muller, early stages in this game as well.
Almost give Gaston the chocolates, boys, in this first quarter.
Absolutely.
I reckon in the opening term he was great. A couple of centre clearances, linking up with Sam Murray. Looks like Miles is on him at the stoppage as well. Lockie O'Brien riving that tap beautifully from Muller inside forward 50. Out the back running onto this one is Wilson. It sits and he goals. Too easy for the Wangaratta Rovers. One link up in the middle of the ground. O'Brien into the forward 50, Wilson swooping, and a goal inside the first 30-40 seconds. They push the margin out to 25 points on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard.
Yeah, what a play there by Lockie O'Brien. You talk about him having a reasonably quiet first quarter. That's worth about 4 disposals right there, Monty. Just streaming out of the pack, and what a kick to the advantage of the Rovers there as well. And that's the story so far in this game, is that Rovers are just using the ball so much better than Albury and showing on the scoreboard.
Just there inside 50s is where the ball use has been the difference, and he roved that off Muller's hand too. What a roving performance that was from O'Brien. Just looked absolutely elite there, and that's why he was on an AFL list for 6 years. As it goes back in the middle, Muller's first on it, tackled straight away by Gaston. He looks ready to go today, Shane Gaston. He's been fantastic. Flicked backwards toward Lockie. McCartney finds a teammate in Ellison. Ellison now finds Murray. Not a great handball by the coach. Falls away now of his opposite number in Miles, who probably could have got a free kick. Had the saddle on him, did Sammy Catapan. Glenn Clark goes, no, boys, I'll throw this one up. Monty, you don't know what you're talking about.
Sam Catapan's is such a bull, isn't he? He's in every single contest. He's had 6 disposals so far this game, but he's in the thick of everything.
The voice of Dan Vaccaro there for 40 Winks in the Newmarket Hotel. Blake Panderescott and Scott Montgomery with you for McRae Motors.
Did you say no to food?
I think I just said no to party pies. What am I doing, Scott Montgomery? As Heine Hennessy goes inside forward 50 here for the Tigers. Fletcher Carroll swooping on this one. Hand passes it back to Hennessy. Open goal square. Marking on the line there was Will Nolan. He got back at the last minute. Took a great defensive mark. Goes out to the right back pocket. Jack Gerish finds Sam Murray at right half back.
17 disposals for Sam Murray too, boys.
What am I doing? That's a clanger and a half.
I can't believe you said no to party pies.
No
and me and
to
Vax
party
get the
pies.
offer. Oh, I can't believe this.
All right, over to you, Mont. You can take over for McRae Motors.
Coach, I hope you put that 40 Winks down there for him there. Sam Murray's been absolutely fantastic to start this and finds Catapan.
He could have 20 disposals at the 5-minute mark of the second term.
It's unbelievable. He's been fantastic. And just the way he slowed the footy down there, he just knows what's going on around him this year, and he's been fantastic, Sammy Murray. As Ellison plays on and lets loose with a right foot towards centre forward. Ball gets over the back. Jay Hillary's first on it for the Tigers. Gets the footy. He's running backwards. He's going the wrong way, but he finds a teammate in Gilmore. Gilmore's got it about 20 away from the Rovers' goal. They've handed him well here, the Rovers. They're defending well today. Their intensity's been fantastic around the footy. Gilmore's told to play on and has to rush the kick. It's a one-on-one towards Page and O'Brien. Ball falls to ground. Straight away, McCartney's tackled. Now O'Brien gets a great handle out towards Will McCarthy. A great sidestep around O'Hara. McCarthy finds a teammate. It's Booth in the pocket. Ball falls to ground. Well done, Hillary. Gets it on the boot, and the ball gets smothered straight away. Booth again gets back on it, and here go the Tigers. They get a clearing kick towards Hyman Hennessy, but it's Murray who's going to get it for the Rovers.
Yeah, wants to get his left foot. He does. Runs around Heine Hennessy with a beautiful kick inside forward 50, finding Wilson. That's Dylan. He's going to line up from 45 metres out in a slight angle. An elite body and paint player today for Sam Murray.
He's a man possessed at the moment, Sam Murray, boys. 18 disposals, and we've played a quarter in about 3 minutes. But the one thing Rovers are doing better than Albury by tenfold is the fact that they're just setting up so well. Albury get a look out, and they are just set up all along that ground, and they're dominating.
So Anthony Miles having some words with his interchange stewards down there. They've got to do something about Sam Murray. It's a floating mongrel from Dill Wilson. Mark Lou tried to mark it on the goal line. It's through for a minor score. A floater. You don't see too many floaters these days,
Normally
Dan.
a nice kick too.
You would have delivered a few back in your day, Ben.
I would have indeed, coming from the man who kicked 100 for Yak one day in the 14s or something, didn't you, Dan?
Jay Hillary out. He's the one that kicked 100.
Sorry. Minor score, 33-7, Rovers lead.
That's on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. Murray takes another mark. Put him down for another 40 winks, please. This is world record pace right now for Sam Murray. He's pointing and directing. Goes nice and low towards Mark Lou. Doesn't quite get there with the slips catch. And it's going to go out of bounds, off the hands. Let's just go over that 40 wing stat again for Sam Murray, the coach of the Wangaratta Rovers, please.
19 disposals, and I reckon, I'm not keeping track, but I reckon he's had about 7 or 8 inside 50s as well. He's absolutely dominating this contest, and he's literally the difference right now, to be honest.
His kicking this year looks like it's gone to another level because of where he's getting the footy, and he's not having this jamming on the boot compared to last year when he was getting 40-odd every week. Ball's going to get thrown in, 40 away from the Rovers goal. It's a bit of a short one, and Muller's first there. Takes it out of the ruck, and it just falls to ground. It's going to be a free kick found here against Judge Schubert, and it's going to go the way of Tommy O'Brien, who's been working hard. Hasn't had a lot of it, but he is working hard.
Aggressive kick across goal. Finds Max Byrne, who just continues to get better every single week. Here's Gilmore. The switch is on. Good overlap play. It's marked on centre wing, far side by Jay Hillary, who's pushed up. Looks like he's done a little bit of an injury. He's a bit proppy as well, holding onto his right leg. He's got to kick the footy now. Kicks at 45 metres, floating in the hole beautifully there was John O'Male. Can he kick his first goal as a Tiger? He can! What a finish from John O'Male. A great mark with courage, an even better finish. That's a Sunjan goal today. The Tigers get the margin back to 20 on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard.
Yeah, super important goal there, and a really good finish there by John O'Male. I thought his first quarter was really handy as well. Looks good around the contest, but they really needed that goal there, Albury. Rovers are still dominating this contest. 5 inside 50s already, and we've only been going probably 4 minutes as well, so they are still really on top in this contest. Albury got the break out the back where Rovers probably need to be a bit more switched on like they were in the opening couple of minutes, setting up almost a web-style sort of defence, but Albury were able to counter and get a good finish there by John O'Male.
The Wovers Web, is that what you're going with?
The Rovers
Web. The Wovers.
Did I say Wovers?
Wovers. You got to go with Wovers.
Wovers.
Wovers Web. As we're going 7 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock, ball gets tossed in the middle. Give that one a draw, but Sam Murray gets another kick. Chopped off there by Jackson Kelly on the boot quickly. Bounces fortuitously towards Xavier Allison. Allison gets a handball, gives it to Sam Murray. Sam Murry now just dancing around, just goes a step around the body. That's his worst kick today, but it goes to Gaynor. Gaynor goes inside 50, and Benny Kelly on the chest. Well done. Don't know what Sammy Murray was doing, but Jake Gaynor, that's what they need. Kicks like that going inside 50, give their forwards a chance on the lead.
Yeah, good little period here, but we just looked down at the bench there. It looks like Jay Hillary has come off with some sort of leg injury, so we'll try and get an update there, but he looks to be in a fair bit of discomfort as well.
You're going to run downstairs and get an update, Dan?
Can you please? Dr. Dan?
Dr. Dan Vaccaro.
I can make my assessment up here.
And it'll probably be wrong as usual. But as Panda said, he did injure himself in that marking contest on the far side, so we'll keep a close eye on that one. Benny Kelly to have the shot. 45 out. Ball spinning on the way in. Don't like that. Now he's got the little hop step. Josh Kennedy going on. Benny Kelly sets sail for home. It's up high. It's wide. It's going to be through for a minor score to the Tigers. Takes them to 2-2-14. The Rovers 5-3. 33 on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard.
You just see Xavier Allison taking the kick out. He's coming up for his fifth disposal as well. He's had a solid start and a really good user off the halfback for Rovers.
So we'll continue to watch Jay Hillary down in front of us. Looks like he's holding that right knee. A little bit proppy. Dan Vaccaro. He has for the Newmarket Hotel and 40 winks today. Xavier Ellison switches the football to the far side here of the WJ Finlay. At halfback is Finn Osborne, averaging around 16 disposals this year for the Rovers, so getting those numbers up and impacting games for longer. They come back to the broadcast side here. They want to switch it again, and we've seen this control a couple of times for the Rovers this year, early stages. Interesting kick out of defence. Ben Kelly comes across and knocks it out of play. It was going to land in the arms of Will Nolan. So good play there by the Tigers. A throw in 55 around from their goal. We've played 9 minutes for NZ in the second term for Jaco Aubrey-Wodonga, and the Tigers trail by 19.
Yeah, really good contest the last few minutes. Aubrey have been come back in this contest really well, and they've had 3 repeat inside 50s for this quarter.
That's Dan Vaccaro, thanks to the Newmarket Hotel. Oh, what a tap there by Isaac Miller. Finds Jackson Kelly, goes inside 50 towards Benny Kelly's namesake, no relation. We gets over the back now to Tommy Boyd for the Rovers. Nice kick out into space for Allison. Sits up nicely, he's a bit fumbly, but and great pressure there from John O'Male. Might be in a bit of trouble. Allison tackled again by Male. Now he swoops it forward. And here they go through Albury. No, he doesn't pick it up. It was Osborne, sorry. Ball goes back inside 50 through Jakey Gaynor. Oh, over the top. Jeffy Gala probably should have done better. King's there to put the pressure on. Falls away the Rovers, and Shaggy Nolan's tackled straight away. He's got a kick over towards McQuaid. And there's that man, King. He does not give up. Finds a teammate in Gaynor. Breaks 50 again. What's he want to do? He wants to shimmy around. He's caught. Holding the footy, umpire says. And Glenn Clark says, too bad, Jakey. You had time to get rid of that. And the free kick's going to go the way of Lockie McCartney.
Yeah, just tried to do a little bit too much there, Jake Gaynor, but he's had a really good start to this game. 12 disposals and 1 goal. He looks to be trying to drive Albury forward back into this contest.
Lockie McCartney with a big defensive tackle there. I thought Jake Gaynor hand passed it, or maybe I was watching something different.
I tend to agree, Bander.
So, interesting call there. Bit stiff as McCartney gets it back again. He's called to play on, and Kelly runs at him. McCartney gets around him, goes short in defence, marking this one Justin Lewis. Hand passes it to his coach. Why not? When he kicks the footy 60 metres down the broadcast wing. One-on-one contest there between Schubert and also Max Byrne. Good to see Byrne playing good footy. O'Brien links up with a 1-2 with Fletcher Hart. O'Brien, good kick across defensive 50. It's been marked here by Jake Page, and he wants to switch for the Tigers. They're trailed by 19.
He goes towards Mail, drops the mark off the chest. Boy, it's tackled straight away by O'Brien.
What
put O'Brien
That is a
here.
fantastic tackle by Lockie O'Brien. He's doing the little things great.
Put him down for another 40 winks. Goes inside 52. It's not a bad kick out in front of Marklew. Why not go to the hot hand? Bounce wasn't great. Gilmore now in a bit of trouble. Just threw it out. Umpire says play on. It gets back to Gilmore now. Gives the handball now to Charlie McGrath. Nice little kick. I think Aubrey need to take the heat out of this game, which Miles looks like he wants to, as he goes sideways towards Muller, and he goes on quickly.
A bit high up and under kick. An interesting one there from Muller. It just allowed Lockie O'Brien to go in and impact the contest. He wants a free kick for high. Umpire says no.
Good decision, that one.
A lazy kick there by Isaac Muller. Lockie
O'Brien, boys, he's just trying to, he's starting to assert himself around the contest a little bit more. Really, really watch this space in the next 2 quarters.
Ball up. Half forward here for Albury. The Rovers, I should say. 33 the Rovers. Albury 14 on the C&V Truck and Bus scoreboard. Second term. Parnell, did he get one high? Umpire said no. McCarthy, hand passes to Wilson, who breaks away from the contest and sends the Rovers back inside 50. Hard tried to get a defensive fist. In the end, the boundary line wins out. 30 around from the Rovers' goal. They'll throw it back in. They lead by 19. Jaco Albury-Wodonga's second term on 2OA's O&M Live.
Yeah, ball starting to camp again inside the Rovers forward 58. Inside 50s for them to Albury's 5 on the 40-wing stat sheet.
And we've gone 12 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock. Ball gets tossed in. Muller, geez, he's starting to get a bit of ascendancy in the taps. It's going to be a free kick paid here. It is. It's going to go to the coach, Murray. Michael Duncan gave away the free kick, and this is why he's so dangerous. Goes forward. Defenders get scared, and he gets the free kick.
Yeah, and a professional free kick there. He knew that he was going to get tugged, so he just made sure the ball was just trickling in front of him and draw the free kick. It's what a really elite footballers do.
Don't know about the snap. I'm not a fan of it from this far out, but Sammy Murray knows what he's doing. Sets sail. He likes it off the boot. And why wouldn't you when it goes straight through the middle for a Sunjan goal today? Sammy Murray, he's doing it everywhere so far. Around the ground and forward. Kicks another one. That's the 7th for the Rovers. 7-3. No, sorry, 6-3, 39 to Albury 2-2-14.
He's had 23 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet, guys. He's absolutely lighting up. I'm running out of ink, and he's dominating this contest.
I've got a spare pen if you need it.
I'm going to get a couple out of my bag, but he's absolutely dominating this contest, Sam Murray. That's 9 inside 50s now for Rovers. You've got players all around him playing well. Xavier Allison's been good off the half-back. Lockie O'Brien, we mentioned earlier, starting to get himself into this contest, which is dangerous. And Sam Catapan doing his job as well. So Rovers looking really good. Just after Albury had their little period up forward 50, they've responded really professionally.
We'll get Dan Vaccaro to go around the ground soon for Mr. Stowe's Pool World. Yes, and we'll get a Ray White Rural netball update as well when you can, Dan. Jake Gaynor. Fletcher Carroll brought down. He didn't know Jack Gerish was behind him. Snuck up on him and he's brought him down. Free kick to the Wangaratta Rovers. Jack Gerish goes out wide to Charles Ledger. Half back right on the paint. Broadcast side. He's got a short option. It's McCartney. Almost a 50 against Parnell.
Just kept running.
Well, the umpire blew the whistle really late though.
He did.
To his credit. Xavier Allison.
6 disposals for Allison this quarter.
He's been calm across half back. Hope he's got sunscreen on that pill today. Goes down the wing. Big pack in front of us. Mark Lew and Hamish Gilmore hug each other over the boundary line. Mark Lew pushes Jesse Wilson and they have a bit of a laugh, those two. That's what we like to see.
Teammates the last couple of years.
And the Rovers lead by 25 points. 39-14. We have played around 14 minutes for NZ Albury. Here's Scott Montgomery.
Going to get the ball tossed in. True centre wing. Muller had the arm held and tried to take it out of the ruck. Doesn't quite work for him. Jakey Gaynor working hard. Ball fumbles towards the line and instead it stays in. He's jumped on that one, umpire. No, he says. We'll ball this one up. Have a repeat stoppage. Sammy Canapan at the bottom of that pack again.
He needs a bit of help, Jake Gaynor. He's doing everything at the moment in that Albury Tigers midfield.
Yeah, he's had 3 disposals this quarter, 13 for the game and a goal.
Perfect. There's Jakey Gaynor has been really good. Bit of tussling going on between Gaston and Muller. I think Isaac's getting a bit frustrated here. He's really getting frustrated. It's not great.
Yeah, and we'll just go quickly around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Pool World. Yarrawonga 33 plays in Wangaratta 8. Lavington 35 to Murderford 24. Wodonga 21 to Cora Rutherglen 33. And North Albury 70 to Wodonga Raiders 9.
Wow, a bit of an upset could be brewing. Cora Rutherglen against Wodonga and Miles roving the ruck beautifully.
That's what happens when Gus gets sacked out of the box.
Dinky little kick to half forward. Parnell's kick was smothered, but he tapped it on cleverly there to O'Hara. Left-hand pass sweeping back to Mail. Good kick inside 50, finds Garlett.
I'll tell you what, boys, John O'Mail this quarter has been fantastic. Use of the footy inside 50 has been great.
Garlett looks for Kelly inside 50, who just dropped what he should have marked in the end, worked himself to the front, kick to the top of the goal square. McQuaid and Walker. Big tackle there by McCartney on Parnell. Spills out here to Gaynor, goal. Right place, right time for Jake Gaynor. Something from nothing. He's kicked his second. That's what the Tigers need. Margin back to 19. 39 plays 20. That's on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. Jake Gaynor having a real impact for Albury.
Yeah, we mentioned him earlier, just how good is Jake Gaynor playing. He's had 14 disposals this game and he's kicked 2 goals. He's almost been their Sam Murray in a sense. He's been really fantastic, but he needs that. He's got too many passengers at the moment coming out of the midfield, so other players need to get to work. That was their 7th inside 50 for the quarter, playing really good, and 20 inside 50s for the game for Albury.
Jakey Gaynor been absolutely fantastic for the Tigers. Needs a few more to get on his back and come with him. Gone 17 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock here in the second quarter thanks to Jaco Albury Wodonga. Muller gets to the tap again. Goes that man Gaynor. Tackled straight away by Canapan. Ball falls towards Sammy Murray. Put him down for another 40 winks. And a clearance goes sideways. Finds Will McCarthy.
I like the look of this kid.
Yeah, I do too. Great size, isn't he? He goes back to the coach, Sammy Murray. Great chase from Parnell from full forward. Goes inside 50 to Sammy. Ball falls to the back. Who's going to be first there? Wilson puts the pressure on. And happy to see it over the line here. The Albury Tigers, they are under the pump when it goes inside 50, that back 6 of the Albury Tigers.
And just quickly, a Ray White netball update. He's in Lavington 33, Murderford defeating them 59 to 33. Wodonga 29 to Cora Rutherglen 48. North Albury 45 to Wodonga Raiders 48. And Rovers 52 to Albury 43.
Good to see the Rovers grab their first win in the A-grade netball. Gracie Reid and Minna Lamb doing good things, and Minna doing good things with the podcast as well, as Allison marks for the Rovers in the middle of the ground, goes to Nolan, and he goes out wide to Gerish. It's been pretty good. His ball use has improved a lot this year, Jack Gerish.
He's not trying to run 100 miles an hour all the time, I think might be the issue there.
Here's Chamberlain in the middle of the ground. He's playing calm football here, the Rovers.
They'll go sideways again, I think.
Boyd has McQuaid out wide, ignores him. Kicks it inside forward 50. Murray flew up against Isaac Muller. And I think in the end, Jake Gaynor, did he mark it out the back of that contest?
Smallest man on the ground.
He did. There was about 7 that flew. Gaynor stood down, plays on around the mark, and he's going to kick it down the wing for the Tigers.
He looks towards Colby, Heine Hennessy. Up early was McQuaid. Probably got in the back a little bit, but anyway, it falls towards Will McCarthy.
Good kick.
Oh, what a kick. Well balanced. Finds Elijah Amory. Just outside 50. A little bit too far here, I think, for Amory.
Page is running with O'Brien too.
He's looking. Oh, just dropped was Alex Marklew in the forward 50. Umpire said nothing to see there. Ball goes towards Schubert, brought to ground. Well done. O'Hara is the first one there. No, Marklew worried him out of it. Ball now falls towards O'Hara again. This throws on the boot towards Gaynor. Gaynor on the boundary. I reckon that's out of bounds on the full, is it? No. Umpire's going to say throw it in. Might have come off McCarthy's boot, but umpire didn't see it that way. Well, the throw in. The scoreboard reads 39 to 20 the Rovers way, and that's thanks to CMV Truck and Bus.
We've played 19 minutes for NZ Albury. Second term for Jaco Albury Wodonga.
Jakey Gaynor, boys. 17 disposals, 2 goals on the 40-wing stat sheet so far in this contest.
2 of Albury's 3.
Oh,
he's doing
throw that
everything.
in again, please.
Mason Ring says yes. We will get another throw in as Ben Kelly pumped it to half forward.
I don't like when they just let that play on and whatever happens, happens. I think just bring it back. Who cares?
Nice and early, you reckon, Mon?
Yeah, just blow it straight away. As soon as it falls short, just blow it. And maybe the ruckman might need to stand 10 metres closer to the boundary line. I don't know about you, Panda, but they're a long way back.
They go too far back, these ruckmen.
And then they bring the umpire in and they keep walking back.
They're on the centre square, Ben Kelly and Shane Gaston. This little kid's doing everything he can.
That was
another
always gonna
shallow
land
throw in. Gaston tries to Jackie Chan out of mid-air. Murray juggling this one, wins it on centre wing, left foot kick. It's going to land in the lap here of O'Hara. Had to jump for the footy. It allowed Amory to bring him to ground at half forward. And we're going to have a ball up 65-70 around from the Wangaratta Rovers goal. 6-3 they've kicked to the Albury Tigers 3-2.
26 disposals for Sam Murray too, guys.
And here's Scott Montgomery for Macrae Motors.
How good was that? 26 touches. He's been great. Put Jake Gaynard down for another one. Goes to Parnell, and now Fletcher Carroll. Gets confronted but finds a teammate, and they go through McGrath. McGrath goes inside 50 out in front of Jeffy. Little Jeffy, what can he do? He shimmies one way, shimmies the other. Now he's back inboard. Jeff Garlett finds Fletcher Carroll. What a run by Fletcher Carroll. That is hard work right there. Elite body and paint player of the day. Fletcher was the one that started the link at half back. Has the mark inside 50 and will have a shot for 40 out.
Elite work right there by Fletcher Carroll, but absolute class there by Jeffy Gartlett as well. That's worth a couple of touches. As we just see as well, Jake Hillary coming back onto the ground, so that's good to see.
Bit proppy, but looking at him run, he doesn't look very comfortable. We'll see what happens there with Jay. We'll keep a close eye on that one.
He's as tough as nails.
He is. I'll rate him very highly. His back half of last year was fantastic. Fletcher Carroll now gets moving. He's got the stutter step too, like Benny Kelly did earlier. I've called the play on. Sends it on its way, and yeah, that stutter step didn't help him. Kicked around the corner a little bit.
Yeah, a couple of awkward little kicking actions for Albury Tigers as well, which is really costing. The old getting close to the man in the mark and a couple of stutters, Monty.
Takes them to 3-3-21. The Rovers 6-3-39. 18-point lead on the CMB truck and bus scoreboard, and we have gone 22 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock.
It's a good kick by Xavier Allison as well. He's up to 8 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet as well.
McQuaid with a good mark as well. Goes backwards to Catapan. His numbers, Dan Vaccaro?
That's his 9th, so he's been reasonably quiet for his standards.
Uses the ball so well, though. Tom Boyd goes to his coach in Murray. Bullet finds Will McCarthy. Broadcast wing. Chips it down the line to McCarthy. He's playing slow footy here, the Rovers. In control of this game. They lead by 18.
I just love how they have these different game modes. They just take the heat out of the game when they need to.
Murray, beautiful kick to half forward. Philo over his head. Mark Lou, big contest with Fletcher Carroll. Hand passes it to Page. Carroll gets it back and has to hand pass it under pressure to Gilmore. Goes back in traffic. Parnell out the back against Chamberlain. Ball at half forward for the Tigers. Walker, interesting hand pass over his head. Boyd was the only one back. Walker goes back in and wins it. Shovels it inside forward 50. McCarthy with strength and calmness. Clears it for the Rovers. It lands in the lap of Judge Schubert.
Schubert now gives a handball to Philo. Had a bit of a quieter second quarter, but gets moving and just goes bang. What a kick that is. Travels the best part of 60 metres, I reckon, and finds Stu Booth. Stu Booth, true centre wing. Goes short towards O'Brien. Not a great kick. Sat him under it. And a great fist there from Fletcher Hart. Falls away Garish, first on for the Rovers. They're going to go inside 50 again here, the Rovers. Put him down on the 40-wing stat sheet. Goes towards Markley. Well done, Gilmore. Read it best, got to it first. It's going to be a tight battle on the ground. Gilmore still battling away hard. And we're going to have a ball up 40 away from Rovers' goal.
Yeah, another inside 50 there for Rovers. So 13 inside 50s and 10 for Albury. So still reasonably close in terms of the inside 50s. Rovers a lot cleaner.
Not far away from half-time. 23 played on the NZ Albury time clock. Second term for Jaco Albury-Wodonga. Well done there by Parnell. That's Rory, the late inclusion for Lockie Tiziani. The Rovers play with it across half-back a bit here. Murray goes short to Nolan, and he's going to get it back, Sam Murray. How many now, Dan Vaccaro?
30.
30 disposals and a goal in a half of football for Sam Murray. That's extraordinary. He goes short to McQuaid, brought him down for 31. McQuaid gives it back to Murray.
That's the difference, his ball use, isn't it? Just his vision to open up the game with that sort of thing is just elite.
Goes short to Nolan. His kick was disappointing. Unthanked came across in front of Gaynor. Marks it, had to. Gets a 1-2 from Muller on his right foot. Not a good kick. Intercepted by Justin Lewis, who bites off a 45 in the ground at Stewie Booth.
Stewie Booth now goes sideways, but he's completely kicked that off the instep.
Did he think that was a Rover jumper?
Nah, I think he meant to go to Catapan and just found Charlie McGrath instead, who plays on quickly, finds Fletcher Carroll. Carroll now to Parnell. Back to McGrath. He's worked hard to get this kick inside 50, but not a great one. Lockie McCartney sitting all by himself in the goal square. Takes the mark and goes to his coach. Put him down for 31, please, Vax.
I reckon that's 32, is it?
32.
32. It's been unbelievable. He goes towards Lewis. Lewis diving, drops the chest mark. Oh, well played, young fella. Gets the fist out towards McQuaid, who fumbles. Gets tackled straight away, but gets it to McCarthy. McCarthy across to his brother in Will. Ball bounces. Isaac Mullen never gives up. Gets the footy now. Finds Jackson Kelly. Wants to go sideways, and he does towards Page. Page drops the chest mark, but Duncan's the first there. He tried to take him on, and Mason's going to say, yes, Michael, you're caught holding the footy. And it's going to be a free kick to Stewie Booth on the half-back flank.
We'll go to Dan Vaccaro soon for the Newmarket Hotel and 40 Winks. 26 minutes played, 25 minutes played in this second term. You feel like the Rovers just want to go into half-time 18 up. They've been chipping it around half-back, wasting a bit of time off this clock for a while now. 39 plays 21. Charles Ledger kicks down the wing. O'Brien's got 2 to beat. Page was one of them, and Unthink. And in the end, boundary line wins out.
One thing I'll say, they've been very smart, the Rovers, but you saw Anthunk take the mark in front of us only 2 minutes ago. Played on straight away. All the Albury Tiger forwards had already got outside 50 to try and empty out and give them some defensive help. Not smart play. They've got to be a bit smarter here, the Albury Tigers, because that's costing them big time today.
Scott Montgomery there for the Newmarket Hotel. Muller grabbing it out of the ruck, kicking it to Gerish. Gerish swings around onto his right foot, kicks it inside forward 50. Mark Lou didn't mark. Swooping on this is Osborne, and goaling for the Wangaratta Rovers. Finn Osborne with a Sunjan goal today. Mark Lou didn't mark. There's the kettle again after a couple of lines. And a big goal there to the Rovers in red time. 45 plays 21. That is on the CMP Truck and Bus scoreboard.
Yeah, great call there, Panda, but the difference being is that Wangaratta Rovers just know how to use the footy going forward and Albury don't. And that's the story so far this game as well. You see Albury plays away into their 50 and get another entry straight to Rovers, and Rovers are able to rebound and find a target every single time they're going forward. That man, Sam Murray, he's up to 32 disposals in not even a half of footy, and he's kicked a goal as well. One of the best performances I've seen in Ovens and Murray the last few years.
Been fantastic. And Jay Hiller, I don't know if you heard me in your call, Panda, sorry, but he's gone down holding that knee and he's getting carried from the ground, so not great. As the ball goes up in the middle, Muller wins that one again. He's been great today, Isaac, just hasn't had a lot of help in there. Fowler gets boot to ball and gets the clearance down in front of Osborne. Osborne feeds it backwards, finds Catapan. Catapan throws it on that left boot down in front of Amory, but it's not a great kick. Duncan mops up for Aubrey, but that's not a great handle either. Gaston just falls over. Ball falls towards Duncan again for the Tigers, and here they go through Mail. John O'Mail on that trusty left foot, gets it over the back, and Xavier Allison. He's been a rock back there for the Rovers so far in this
ninth
first
disposal this quarter, Xavier Allison.
So the Tigers got to play again in, 5 days' time?
Yep.
And Jay Hiller is limping off the ground.
There's no chance.
So he looks to be in all sorts. He came off before holding that right knee.
Ice is out already. He's done for the day.
You'd have to say, looking at that, Jay Hiller looks like he's done. He's just punched the bench in front of us, showing frustration. Not great news for the Albury Tigers, and certainly that way here at half-time. They're down by 4 goals. 7-3-45 the Rovers, Albury 3-3-21. Second term, done and dusted for Jayco Albury-Wodonga. The sponsors on the balcony are finding voice. They're getting boisterous. And we have a big halftime show on the other side of this, all thanks to Elders Rural. Stay with us at the WJ Finlay Oval on O&M Live. You won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community. 0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
And Polaris dealership, Shoeback Street, Albury.
O&M Live on 2AY.
Half time here at the WJ Finlay Oval. A pretty good half of football here on 2AY's O&M Live. The Wangaratta Rovers have looked to control the entire opening half and they lead by 24 points. 7-3-45 over the Tigers, 3-3-21. Big news, Jay Hillary looks like he's done and dusted with some sort of knee injury. He came off the ground, boys. He went back on and then he got crunched in a big contest, showing a bit of bravery. So you'd expect him to miss a little bit of footy. He punched the bench as he come off at half-time, showing a little bit of frustration. Blake Panda-Escott with you, Scott Montgomery and Dan Vaccaro. What have we made of the opening half, boys? For me, looks like the Rovers are just controlling this game.
Yeah, they are controlling the game. The one little bit of a positive I'll give Albury is that they're still in striking distance. It's only 24 points. It's manageable, but they were completely outplayed that half. So they've really got to figure out, one, how to nullify Sam Murray's influence going into the second half and how to get on top themselves. There's too many sort of players that have just been passengers in the Albury midfield. I think Fletcher Carroll only had the 10 disposals. We know how good he can be. Jake Gaynor's the only person in that team that's really dominating this contest for them at 18 disposals and 2 goals. But Jackson Kelly, 3 disposals. Braden O'Hara's only had the 7 and Anthony Miles only had the 7. So they need a massive lift out of their midfield, especially when Rovers are dominating all over the ground, Monty.
Yeah, totally agree. I think the midfield battle we spoke about pre-game was going to be where it's won or lost. And Sam Murray's just gone, well, I'll do it by myself, boys.
Yeah.
Get on my back. And then he's got the likes of O'Brien and that helping him out. But Sam Murray's had one of the best halves of football we'll ever see in our lifetime, I reckon. One of the best. Like, he's just this is how it's done.
It's so good because not only, it wasn't the fact that he was accumulating the ball, it was just when he had the ball, it was perfect. It was 40-metre passes, and I reckon he's probably had almost double-figure inside 50s as well. So not the fact that he's had 32 disposals and a half of footy is not what I'm liking. It's the fact that his ball use is exquisite in that half.
Yeah, I reckon he's probably only missed 1 or 2 targets with that 32, so he's been unreal. I know in the latter half of that second quarter, he probably went back and stat padded a little bit. But that was the game mode they went into, wasn't it? That was the game mode they went into to stop the game. They had a 4-goal lead. They're like, we're happy with this before half time, so let's just control it, take some time off the clock, and they did it perfectly. They really controlled it well. We spoke about it, the way they were able to just control and manipulate where their teams were set up, and they could go backwards and around the defence of the Albury Tigers and be set up on the other side, whereas Albury just played on blindly a lot of times. They try to go back through the middle when there's a lot of Rovers players defending through there. I just don't think it's been a smart game plan with what they're trying to do. They're trying to play on every single time they get. They don't seem to have a second game mode today. They don't want to go into that slow mode when the Rovers have ascendancy, because they've had the ascendancy for the whole first half. And they have not once tried to control the footy, especially from their back half. Like their back 3 or 4 want to just go every single chance. And that's well and good when you're dominating and playing some good footy. But when you're under the pump, you've got to give yourself a chance to get a rest and a breath and just go, let's control the footy. Let's just get it going our way, because the momentum's not always on the scoreboard. It can sometimes just be controlling the footy for 2 or 3 minutes, and it just takes away from what the Rovers would have been able to do, but did not see that at all. And I don't know if that's through lack of preparation, because Rovers were always going to come out hot, and we knew that after what they did last week. They were a bit slow in the first half, so we knew they were going to come out hot. But Albury were just on the back foot from word go, and they get a 4-goal lead at half-time because of the work rate, and I feel that Albury are probably just in second gear and not really like they want to be out here today.
Well, you're spot on with that analysis, Mont, but I think recent history actually would actually tell you that it's almost these two teams have swapped roles. Usually it's always Albury. We're talking about how professional and how well set up they are and how much they're controlling the game. And then you've got Rovers in the past seasons when they're relying on 1 or 2 really talented footballs to keep them just in a contest. And now they've completely swapped. Rovers just look like they've played together for the last 10 years, this list. Like they are just organised from defence to midfield to forward. They just look like an absolute purring outfit at the moment.
And it's one that we've spoken about a fair bit in the lead up to the game, whatever. Xavier Allison. He's unbelievable down back. He's just that cool, calm head. And Lockie McCartney back there too. I love what he's been able to do. His defensive pressure when the ball's at ground level is second to none. He's becoming one of the best small mid defenders, I think, in the competition. And it's probably sad we didn't get to see this last year, because he could have been just as good as this last year as a back flanker, back pocket. But we saw him all the time in the midfield and then a couple of concussion issues. But to see him back there now, he's playing some great footy and showing us exactly the type of player he is.
And they're part of the reason those two, that Sam Murray's able to go up the ground and absolutely dominate. So what a team effort in that first half, Peter.
Absolutely. The Rovers lead 7-3-45 over Albury 3-3-21. We'll go around the grounds as well for Mr. Stove's Pool World in the other big broadcast game on 3&A and, of course, O&M Snap Print Solutions TV. Yarrawonga 8-3-51 over the Wangaratta Magpies 3-4-22. So at this stage, it looks like the Wangaratta Magpies...
Is that a line you're drawing there,
I'm drawing a line. They can't win it.
They can't win it?
They can play finals. They can't win it.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm a Dan does football type man, and I follow him and just put a line through teams so I don't think can win it. And they're one now. And I had them winning it.
Calmore's kicked 3. Michael Gibbons has kicked 3 for Yarrawonga. And Bailey Fronfelder looks like he's playing forward. He's kicked 3 for the Yarrawonga Pigeons.
They're throwing him around a bit this year. I love to see it. Because I think last year he probably got stuck at half-back when there was times he could have gone forward and influenced some games, but they probably didn't need to. And
he's a great swing man, isn't he?
He's great now,
Lavington lead Myrtleford 48-34 and a good opening half at the Lavie Sports Ground. Myrtleford inaccurate. 4 goals, 10, so 14 scoring shots to 13 in that one, Monty, and they only trail by 14 points. The big Rooster has kicked 3 goals for Lavington, while it's just singles to Munro, Riccardi, Murphy Dale and Lockie Miotto for Myrtleford. Wodonga have fought back. They lead 6-6-42 over Cora Rutherglen 5-4-34. So how good is that?
That's still nervous.
Fantastic to see for Wodonga. Looks like we don't have any goal scorers in that particular game.
I don't know if you heard it at quarter time, but Vac said Twitty should walk out and never come back and coach ever again if they lose today.
Is that what you said, Dan?
If they lost to Corowa, yeah.
Never again.
Choice words there from our Wodonga man, Dan
Strategic,
Picaro.
because Twitty's not listening in.
He's not indeed.
We might cut it up and send it to him. But
half-time at Button Park. This one's done and dusted. North Albury 15-14-94. 15 goals and a half.
Yeah, we know, Panda.
Against the Raiders, 3-4-22.
We're going to talk about North in the post.
Just in case you're not listening, Dan. So a 72-point margin to North Albury. Wow. Goals 4 to Minogue, 3 to Broomhead, 3 to Josh Murphy on his
George
return.
Done?
And I'm not sure. Mitch Ways kicked 2 for the Wodonga Raiders. He did swear on the air this morning, though.
Speaking of swearing on air, I've heard a rumour that Mark Armand in that game has delivered an almighty spray. I don't know who from, but that is the rumours.
All righty. We're going to have to... He is very much known to give a big bake, is Mark Armand.
Plenty of them.
45-21, the Rovers over Albury here. So Interesting games in round 4 of the SS&A Ovens and Murray. Really looking forward to seeing how that Wodonga versus Corowa game pans out. And I think it's just good to see Corowa Rutherglen in a game at half-time. Isn't that fantastic?
It is good to see. And look, all credit to Corowa. I did say at the start of the year, they're going to win a game. Or they will beat someone this year. They will get one game. Who knows? It might be this one, Mon.
You never
and
know.
Twitty might have to
Twitty's going to walk out and never come back.
A Ray White Rural netball update as we go around the grounds there. Big supporters of A-grade netball and netball in general are Ray White Rural. The Rovers 52 with their first win over the Albury Tigers. 43, so first win of the year. Well done to the Rovers. Corowa Rutherglen, they're 4-0 in the A-grade netball. How good? 48 over Wodonga 29. The Raiders 48 over North Albury 45. I think I had them in my 5.
Did you?
Yep.
Oh, it might have been on me.
I did too.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
You did not.
You're just jumping on the bandwagon,
getting
Dan.
it up. I'm getting it up.
The Wang Magpies 44 defeated Yarrawonga 37, and Katie Dean was our McRae Motors player of the day there. So well done to Rochelle Petts and also Tam Matthews for calling that one on our O&M Snap Print Solutions netball stream. And Myrtleford with a big win, 59 over Lavington 33, who have lost a few, and they are 0-4 in the A-grade netball.
Yeah. Yeah, I tipped them to miss the 5 this year. I thought they just lost a few that,
Just hearing a few ayes from Scott Montgomery, Dan.
Hey, he's just checked the O&M Live Facebook page to check his predictions.
And he didn't have Corowa.
Very quiet.
He didn't have Corowa in there.
I couldn't find it.
I can tell you what I did find. Your prediction for Wang to go undefeated for the year. How good's that, Dan?
Good, I've jinxed them.
You have indeed. Half-time here at the WJ Finlay Oval. 7-3-45 the Rovers, Albury 3-3-21. And the great Kevin Sheedy inside doing a speech.
Are you going to get him on?
Well, let's go and shove the microphone in his face. See if
rolls in with his Ralph Lauren hat, thinks he's
chest out.
King of O&M Live.
I've got
Kevin Sheedy, and now you've just gone back in your shell. You are a coward.
Jeez, that's big words, Dan.
Sorry, Ben. No,
That's big, harsh
bit
words.
over the top, but I wanted to speak to Sheeds.
Oh, well, you didn't. That's a fact. Some of the choice words you had off air, we won't repeat. Let's go to a break, shall we? On the other side of this, we'll straighten up and we'll get underway for the third quarter here on 2AY's O&M Live. It's the Rovers 45, the Tigers 21, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Cavalier Homes. Every day lives here. Looking for your dream home? cavalierhomes.com.au.
O&M Live on 2AY.
We're clear.
What's that?
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
.21 as the jungle drums down low are beating again on our ambience mics. A couple of kids down there playing with a pole that's in front of us, holding up this wonderful balcony that's hosting Sponsors Day here, Dan Vaccaro. With Kevin Sheedy, who we were unable to get on air. Not sure why. Scott Montgomery alongside me as well. We're doing the commentary for McRae Motors. And Dan Vaccaro dominating as always on the 40-wing stat sheet and special comments for the Newmarket Hotel. Now, we were just asked by a member of the Twos coaching panel for Albury how many Sam Murray had in a half, and if you've just joined our O&M broadcast, how many disposals has he had, Dan
Sam
Vaccaro?
Murray has had 32 disposals and 1 goal in a half of footy.
It's not full time. It is half time.
Knowing the person that asked you that, he might have struggled to count that high, I reckon.
Yep, 100%. He ran out of ink
at the moment.
Our man Dan Vaccaro.
I've gone for the new 4-pen here, so we're ready to go.
I got a 4-prong pen during the week as well from our good friends across the road at 2A White Packstat, so
good on you.
Great minds think alike, Dan.
Thank you.
Wouldn't have paid for it.
No, moving on. 45-21.
I reckon he's the old in the pocket operator. Just
I reckon you flogged it from Gus McLeod's desk.
The thing is, all my pens get stolen from Robbie. He is a perennial pen stealer.
Yep, I agree.
Rob
Ease McKinley.
He's doing up with 30 pens by the end of the year now. He's stepped back a little bit.
He's got to write the honey invoices.
As the Albury Tigers need to get moving in this second half. Third quarter about to get underway for Indigo Power. Jake Gaynor, his numbers, Dan.
Jakey Gaynor's had 18 and 2 goals, Panda.
He's been fantastic. Here's Scott Montgomery for Indigo Power.
The big boys go at it again, and it's Muller and Gaston. Muller just lays the tackle on Catapan. Dropped it, wanted the free kick. Umpire says play on. Ball's away now. Mark taken by Miles. Miles goes inside, kicked it towards Walker. Oh, well done there. Ledger gets back with a bit of courage. Cuts it off and then falls towards Boyd. Boyd tackled straight away by Kelly. Took him on. I think that was going to... No, the Albury Tigers wanted it. We're going to see a ball up pretty quickly inside 50. We're going to see Ben Kelly take on Gaston, I think it may be. It is. Gaston wins that one. Ball falls quickly towards Kelly. Kelly gets it on the boot. Goes forward and Ledger. Oh, look at the young fella. Gets a handball now out towards Will McCarthy. Here go the Rovers from half-back through McCarthy. Looking for Stewie Booth, who presents well. Well done, Will Unthank. Ball fell just a bit short of Booth, and Unthank sees over the boundary line. 80 metres away from goal. We have gone a minute on the NZ Albury time clock in this third quarter, thanks to Indigo Power.
Jakey Gaynor continuing his good work. One early touch takes his total to 19.
Dr. Dan Vaccaro, love that work from our panel operator Trent Geddes back in the studio. Likes to go after our man Dan. He's been good today, Dan.
I don't reckon he likes him very much.
No, I don't think he does either.
I don't blame him.
Neither do I.
I was waiting for you to drop in there, Dan. Beautiful ruck craft from Isaac Muller and a beautiful handball from Jake Gaynor. Kelly just fumbled and then he missed his boot. Well, that's a clinger if I've seen one from Jackson Kelly. He has a little laugh.
In all seriousness, he's having an off day, Jackson Kelly. He's only had the 4 disposals, so really need an output for him, Albury, in this second half.
Still no goals in this third term. We've only played a couple of minutes for Indigo Power. Gaynor trying his heart out for the Albury Tigers, and a beautiful left foot kick down the line. King couldn't hold on to it. Gaynor went in really hard with a follow-up on Will Nolan and wins the footy as well. Look at his fourth effort. Brilliant play there by Jake Gaynor. Kelly, Fletcher Carroll just fumbled it for the Tigers. Muller took the body of Gaston. Fletcher Carroll went back in and win it. O'Hara shovels it back to Duncan, and he goes short to Miles on the edge of the square for the Tigers.
Miles now goes wide towards Byrne. Look at that run from the half-back line. Wanted to go, but well done, Gerish. Held him up. Byrne now goes inside 50, stabbing kick. It's going to get out the back, I reckon. First there's Fletcher Carroll over the back. Fletcher, goal! Sunjan goal today. Put that one down, a work rate from Fletcher Carroll. Worked very hard to get front and centre, got out the back and puts it straight through the middle. That's Albury's fourth, takes them to 4-3-27. The Rovers 7-3-45 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
Yeah, he's all about work rate, Fletcher Carroll. That was his 12th disposal for the game and a really good finish. Good start by Albury, but it's that man again, Jakey Gaynor. In my opinion, he's second best on ground out of both teams at the moment, Jakey Gaynor. He's really grabbing Albury and putting him over his shoulders at the moment. So he's had 4 disposals in the opening 4 or 5 minutes we've played here. So he's up to 22 disposals and 2 goals, Jakey Gaynor.
It was those consecutive follow-up efforts on the wing.
Yeah.
That's the sort of stuff that Miles and Daly will cut up during the week. And here he is again with another clearance. He's doing what he wants, Jakey Gaynor. Beautiful kick inside forward 50. Just bounces in front of Cole behind a Hennessy. Shovels it back to Miles. Missed his intended target. McCartney. Gaynor crept up on him. Here's Catapan, edge of the defensive square. Beautiful kick in the middle of the ground to Gaston. Catapan gets it back. Miles chases after him. Catapan pulls the kick. Beautiful one. True centre half forward. Inside the centre square, Amory marks. RC's forwards to lead up at the footy. The kick was to no one. 3 Tigers up against Alex Marklew. Marklew does well because O'Hara just fumbled and the Rovers outnumbered. They win the footy. In the end, it's out of bounds for a throw in. The hand pass was towards Booth. They'll like that though, Sam Murray and the coaching staff. Outnumbered, they win the contest, and it's going to be thrown in 40 metres around from their goal. The Tigers 27, the Rovers 45 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
Yeah, really good result there for Rovers. Let's see if they can camp the ball in and put some scoreboard pressure back onto Albury Tigers here.
Thanks, Dan Vaccaro, for the new market. Ball's going to get tossed in 35 away from the Rovers' goal. A little bit short again. I would love to see that one called back, but there's no play on. Give a touch to Muller. Kelly just throws onto the boot. That's a yuck kick. It's going to get out on the full.
I put the blame on the players. They're standing too far back from that young kid.
Totally agree.
And they have to come forward. The kid's trying his heart out. He's probably 12 or 13.
We're talking about ruckman. They're not the smartest bunch normally.
Come in 5 metres.
No, they're not.
And that should be play on because he's moved inside the field of play. There's young Ledger. Umpire doesn't call him to until he does now. Goes inside 50, but that's going to go straight down Isaac Muller's throat. He's worked hard, Isaac. Been a battler for him, and that's a nice kick as he finds Miles across half back for the Tigers.
He had Fletcher Carroll or Ben Kelly on. Goes to Ben Kelly, and Fletcher Carroll kept on running. Here's the run and carry we know he has. Inside forward 50. That contest between McQuaid and Walker's been brilliant. McQuaid's got the chockies at the moment. Walker goes back in, gets a little grubber kick towards the goal. It's rolling, it's through for a minor score. So the Tigers with great transition play, 28. Plays 45, a minor score on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. Scott Montgomery.
We'd love to see Matt Kelly up the ground a little bit more. Get him around the footy. Hasn't had much of an impact. Jace McQuaid has worn him like a glove. Get him around the footy, get his hands on it, then get him forward again.
Yeah, I'll tell you one player that has got his hands on the footy, Fletcher Carroll. He's had 3 disposals this quarter, but he looks to be really important. His work rate is second to none at the start of this quarter.
Kick in from Ellison, gets punched over the line by Will Unthank. Been not too bad today, Will Unthank. I think he's an improving player every single game he plays for Albury. He seems to be a bit of the whipping boy. He's the one that goes in and out a little bit. I'd love to see him just get a bit, 10 games in a row and just let him go for it.
Beautiful kick too.
Totally agree with that. Ball gets tossed in now. That's a beautiful toss in by that umpire. Blokes were in the right place, and Kelly, he's starting to get his hands on a little bit more. Great handball to O'Hara. Quick flick to Gaynor. Gaynor of a spin, gets a handball out towards Mail. Mail gets worried out of it by Murray. Falls away of Heiner Hennessy and away to Kelly. Kelly fumbles it, but now gets a handball to Carroll. Carroll gives it to Heiner Hennessy. Big Coles with the blonde flowing hair. Hennessy kicks the goal. Sunjan goal today for the Albury Tigers, and they're starting to get a bit of mojo back. Takes them to 5-4-34, 7-3. 45, the Rovers on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
Yeah, they've come out really, really well this quarter, Albury, and it's on the back of Fletcher Carroll. 4 disposals, but he's just everywhere that's important for Albury at the moment. Inside that forward 50, his work rate second to none. We put the pressure on Albury's midfield. We said more blokes need to help out Jake Gaynor. Well, Fletcher Carroll's come to the party. I'm waiting for Miles and O'Hara to come as well, and they're going to be riding this contest. They kept him at distance. that striking distance at half-time, Albury, and now they're starting to pay dividends.
So 5 goals play 7, and we have a ball game here on 2AY's O&M Live. Hope you're enjoying the action. Scott Montgomery and Blake Panderescott with you for McRae Motors, Dan Vaccaro for the Newmarket Hotel, and of course 40 Winks. Muller starting to get on top in the ruck. As I say that, Gaston with a clearance. Philo been a little bit quiet. Mail's been good for the Tigers on debut. He's kicked a half forward. Jeffy Garland did not want the footy. Should have marked that one, Jeffy. Applies a tackle at ground level on Allison.
And he's letting know about Allison too, I reckon.
I think he did indeed. We've got a ball up. Edge of the centre square. Half forward here for the Tigers. They've kicked the opening 2 goals of this third term for Indigo Power. Lots of players around this footy. Kelly wasn't looking. Applies a tackle on Allison. Sam Murray, the calm head, goes out really wide to the far side. Wilson up against Parnell. A little bit of magic there from Wilson. Goes back to Gerish, and he goes short. His kick's been intercepted by Charlie McGrath, who plays on straight away to Fletcher Carroll. Getting busy inside forward 50. Kicks it to a hole. Jeff Garlett roving, snapping, and marked in the goal square by Tom Boyd, who's done it all day with intercepts. The Rovers 45, the Tigers 34. We have played 8 minutes, NZ Albury time clock, third term.
Yeah, really good start to this quarter. Again, we mentioned Fletcher Carroll. He's really lighting up the stat sheet. 15 disposals for the game, 5 already this quarter. He's been their most important player this quarter as well. Jakey Gaynor, he's already had the 6 disposals. So Albury right in this contest here, 11 points of difference.
This is one thing we did not see Albury do in the first half. The Rovers have just gone, they've got momentum here. Let's just slow it down as the coach goes to his co-captain in Boyd, who now goes short towards Chamberlain. They've worked at 100 metres to go 10 metres backwards, I reckon, here, from one side of the ground to the other. It's Cam Chamberlain right on the intersection of the boundary and the 50 for the Albury Tigers. Goes short to Allison. We know what a good user he is and decision maker. I'm sure he'll find another one. Just looking down the ground, trying to pick the right option. Decides to go backwards towards Boyd.
They don't mind doing this. They don't mind doing this, the Rovers, though. When they, don't have an outlet, they don't just bomb it. They like to go back and try and switch the footy.
And I think when you've got 10 guys that kick the footy like the Rovers do, it's a smart choice. As McQuaid now just goes long, and that's the one down the line towards Lewis. Well done, Charlie McGrath brings it to ground, and Gerish is the first one there for the Rovers. Flicks it out towards Sam Murray, give him another 40 winks. Lewis again onto it, gets a kick to Catapan. Catapan goes straight away to O'Brien. Look at the run of O'Brien. Gives a handball forward about 25 metres in front of Amory. Amory takes a spin around hard and then sidesteps another one. Elijah Amory sets sail from 55. Ball's going to bounce at the top of the goal square. Oh, Will Unthank, well read. Gets back for the Tigers and diffuses the situation.
Beautiful kick as well to Kelly, who backed back with courage and took a great mark at half back. It was an elite body and paint play of the day. Unthank follows up his good work. He's got Reece King down the line and just doesn't use him. Bit strange for mine. Switches on, doesn't use that. Kicks it to half forward. What would I know?
Why not?
Muller marks, exactly right. Puts his big jukes up in front of Gasson. He's just starting to get in top of Shane at the moment. Running hand pass there from Will Unthank. Gets a 1-2. Kicks it inside forward 50. Getting 2 hands, so that was Kelly. Not able to bring it to ground. Applies a tackle. Mail, he was pushed off the footy. Garlett kicked it back towards Philo. Fletcher Carroll picks it up. Standing start, Fletcher Carroll. It's a goal! A wonderful shepherd on the goal line from Matt Walker. And Fletcher Carroll gets the Tigers 3rd in a row. He's got 2 of them, and the margin's back to 5 points.
Having some sort of quarter, Fletcher Carroll. He's up to 6 disposals and 2 goals in this quarter alone, and he's had 16 for the game. So fantastic work. He's really helping out Gaynor. But the one player I've really loved, and he's just come to the interchange there, Will Unthank looks really good today. He's had a brilliant play there. It's probably 150 metres worth of kicking, and that's really, really fantastic there by Albury, that those role players are able to come into this game, and they're up in this game, boys. They are really in for the fight.
You mentioned Will Unthank. He had 3 touches in that play from right in the deep goal square, and he was the one that kicked it inside 50. So what running and effort from Will Unthank. We've gone nearly 12 minutes here on the NZ Albury time clock. We have a 5-point ball game, and at half-time, I don't think we would have said that, but the Tigers are coming. Here they go. Muller and Gaston again. We're going to have a stalemate, I reckon, as Mason rings circles and goes, give it to me again. We'll have another ball up in the middle of the ground.
Yeah, Sam Murray again, continuing his great work. 4 disposals already, 36 for the game and a goal as well. Still best on ground for mine.
Yeah, totally agree with that, but Jakey Gaynor's definitely getting Albury back into this. He's probably second. One by Muller to Miles. Fumbles around a little bit. He's got a saddle put on him again by Catapan, and the umpire's going to go, I'll have another one. It's the third ball up in about 10 seconds. I'll tell you what, Panda, why don't you take it away? Because I'm over this repeat stoppages.
Scott Montgomery from McRae Motors. Muller really starting to impose himself in this game. He slapped the ball forward, Monty. Good tackle applied on Reece King. Mason Ring says, give it to me. There's a good tackle there from Cam Chamberlain. Reece King not happy with the treatment there, and Chamberlain letting him know about it.
He doesn't mind it, Reece King.
No,
he likes that little bit of argy-bargy, doesn't he?
Gaston and Muller go at it again. Fletcher Carroll at ground level, and we're going to have another stoppage just inside the centre square.
Number 5.
40 winks.
Really been the driving force, Fletcher Carroll, hasn't he? He's continuing his great work, 16 disposals and 2 goals, but this quarter alone, he's really helping Albury get forward.
I'll try and get a clearance with the 5th stoppage we've had in this passage play already. Is Garish feeds backward to Chamberlain. Nice little kick in front of Philo. Should sit nicely if he can get on it, and he does. Brody Philo with that right boot. What a kick that is. Down the wing to Schubert. Did not break stride. Hit him on the chest, laces out. That's what you want to
50.
see. No, it's not. Jackie Garish was right there.
But he still ran through the mark.
Jack Garish was with him, so if a teammate, opposing player with you, you can.
Really?
Yep. Alex McCarthy's got the footy now on half-forward flank for the Rovers. 55 away from goal. McCarthy, what's he going to do with it? Decides this go long to the top of the goal square, and why not? They got the outnumber there, no. Ball bounces, and Finn Osborne's first on it. Oh, fumble. He had a handball received there for Schubert, but just fumbled at the wrong moment. And we'll have a ball up 15 metres out in the pocket for the Wangaratta Rovers.
Rovers really need to concentrate on keeping the ball in for some period of time. They've only gone forward 5 times, but Albury are winning the territory battle, 11 inside 50. So super important. Rovers, small forwards, get to work and keep the ball in.
We'll go around the ground soon for Mr. Stowe's Pool World. Repeating the Wangaratta Magpies winning our A-grade netball game as McCarthy takes a flying shot on goal, minus score. It was a left foot Nana in the pocket. So the Rovers move to 46, Albury 40. It's an even goal here in this third quarter. That's on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard as Albury bring it in pretty quickly from defence, and it's been marked out there by Charlie McGrath, who's had a pretty good game again, Scotty Montgomery.
Yeah, he's been fantastic, hasn't he? As the ball now goes down the line towards King. What a lead that is from Reece King. He has pushed very hard to get to that footy as he moves it on quickly now towards Walker. That's what I want to see. Getting up around the footy a bit more, Matty Walker. Hasn't had any influence at all today. Jason McQuaid has worn him like a glove. He's going to kick it inside 50, Walker. And he goes towards Colby Hine-Hennessy. Ball falls to ground. Kelly and Hine-Hennessy, not sure who wanted it, and Hine-Hennessy gets tackled as soon as he grabs it. As we quickly go around the grounds for Mr. Stokes Poolworth.
Yeah, Yarrawonga 58 plays Wangaratta. Seniors 36 and Lavington 49 to Murderford 42. Wodonga 42 to 42 against Corowa, so scores are level.
Getting nervous there, Dan. This ball falls toward Murray. Falls over, can't pick it up. Kelly gets dispossessed of it and held without it. McCarthy nice and clean back there. Feeds it back to Boyd. And he gets a dump kick outside 50 towards Lewis, and we'll have a boundary throw-in.
And the remaining game for Mr. Stowe's Pool World as well. North Aubrey 119 plays Wodonga Raiders 36. So
Settle, Panda.
Giving them a good old-fashioned bark.
Settle.
They are indeed. Wonder what the message from Mark Armand might be at three-quarter time after his
another bait.
quarter-time spray we're hearing.
You might hear him.
It would have pulled the paint off the walls at North Aubrey, I reckon.
I reckon he would have, as Muller wins the tap out. It was a shallow throw in. Carroll inside forward 50, the right forward pocket. Hine-Hennessy tied up against the boundary line, snaps it towards goal. It almost got there, and Allison took the defensive mark right on the last line.
We got a blood rule, boys. Got a blood rule.
Got a blood rule, do we?
Yeah, it's John O'Mail coming through the middle here.
Well spotted, Scott Montgomery. It is like he's almost boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. It's a little cut there on John O'Mail, who kicked a really important goal, I reckon, in the second term to the Evans Street end. Just got Albury going a little bit. It's been pretty good on debut from Mangapla Cookadinia.
The Goannas.
The Goannas. So Xavier Allison on the defensive line. He's going to bring this footy out for the Wangaratta Rovers. Kicks it to the broadcast side. Good mark by McCarthy. I like this kid. He's a good size. He's got a good left foot.
And a good tank.
Yep, an elite body and paint park mark of the day at halfback. The Rovers by 6. We've played 16 minutes. Ends at Albury time clock.
And look at that. He's got a kick too. Finds Allison. A little bald-headed warrior, the new one, I reckon.
I like it. I like it.
Handball received now to Sam Murray. Put him down for another 40 winks. Inside 50. It's not his best kick. Chopped off well there by Gilmore.
I reckon he's been pretty good after quarter time on Mark Luke.
Yep. I don't think the kicking's quite helped Alex Marklew since quarter time either. But Gilmore now. Just goes short. Fletcher Carroll's getting the kicks everywhere. Love to see his heat map because he's one of the hardest working players I reckon out there today. Goes short. Not a great kick, but it finds Tommy O'Brien just in time before Alex McCarthy was able to get there. So Tommy O'Brien, talk about him. much improved player over the last 12 months.
King's working
Finds
really
King.
hard.
He's that link player at the moment. Plays on quickly on that left foot. Kicks it towards centre half forward. Worked on the ball beautifully was Kelly, but he gets a hand on it. Falls away of Chamberlain for the Rovers. Chamberlain goes out in front of Osborne. Needs a bounce and keep it in. No, he says, oh, I'm happy to take this over. And he'll go out of bounds 70 metres away from the Albury goal.
Yeah, you mentioned Fletcher Carroll before, guys. He's working Rovers into the ground this quarter. 8 disposals and 2 goals, 18 for the game. So he's dominating along with Jakey Gaynor. He has had 24 disposals and 2 goals as well.
Yeah, they're the two. We asked Jake Kanan to get a little bit more help, and Fletcher Carroll's been that one. If Jackson Kelly can get his hands around the pill, and Anthony Miles is having a bit of a rest at the moment, the Tigers will love that. Here's Carroll once again working really hard. Allison went the body, Carroll went the ball, Murray won the footy. Down the wing, takes a bounce, goes inboard here to Catapan, who was running right beside him. Hand passes it to Lewis, kicks it to half forward. Edge of the 50, good mark by Fletcher Hart. Working hard in defence for Albury. Switches on. They got numbers on this broadcast side. O'Hara just dropped the mark that he should have taken. It allowed Stewie Booth to go in there. Coming in hard was Osborne. Pressure applied by the Rovers. Unthank. Did he hold on to him? The Rovers supporters think so. Unthank did really well. Outnumbered. Booth missed a hand pass. McGrath at halfback gets through traffic beautifully. Gets the 1-2 with Unthank, and the Tigers work it out defensively.
It's been great, Charlie McGrath. He finds Reece King, who wanted to keep going. Umpire says no, let him go. Plays on again. Cole behind a Hennessy. Just kicks inside 50. Didn't really look where he was kicking it.
Poor kick.
Yeah, not a great one. Will McCarthy gets back there, takes the relieving mark.
Once again, it was that play on that they didn't really need then, was it, Monty?
He's got Sam Murray all in a heap of space, and if Sammy's got space, you know he's working hard. Plays on now in front of the scoreboard. He's got Garish who's working just as hard. Kick's not a great one, bounces at his feet, gets to it now, Garish. What's he want to do? He goes back inboard. Oh, Elijah Amory, where has he come from?
Great
Not
kick.
one Albury player within 10 metres of him. And what a kick from Jackie Garish to find him. 35 out, slide angle. He'll go back and look for the Rovers 8.
I'll tell you the one thing that's evident is these two teams are as fit as they get in this league. Albury really starting to work over Rovers, and Rovers, they're matching their fitness now, and they've gone forward and they have a set shot on goal. Really, really entertaining footy from both teams.
You don't see a player have that much space running inside forward 50 too often,
work rate,
especially on a slow play. Garish fumbled the footy out there before he was able to get it cleanly. Just kicked it out into space, and Elijah Amory will go back now, looking for the 8 for the Rovers. On the move. He likes it off the boot. So does the goal umpire. Straight over his hat for a Sunjan goal today. The Rovers have 8 on the board. Takes them to 8-4-52. 6-4-40 to the Tigers on the Inspirations paid scoreboard.
Yeah, they'd be frustrated with that, Albury. They've worked themselves into the ground this quarter, and they got no reward for effort, and Rovers, they get back into the contest with that goal there. So very frustrating, but you've mentioned players that have come alive this quarter. Reece King has been fantastic. His work rate is second to none. Young Unthank has been great off half-back. Fletcher Carroll's come to the party. If Albury can just hang in there, not concede another goal, it's going to be a really interesting last quarter.
Monty spoke about it a few times, just playing on when they don't have numbers forward of the footy. So King takes the mark on centre wing, comes inboard to Heine Hennessy, who had a rush kick forward and turnover.
Just
Rovers
where
go up
he
and
turned
kick
it
the
over
goal.
to Panda. The kick should have gone boundary side once he saw there was no one there. This wasn't great.
So the Rovers open up a mini buffer. 52 plays 40 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
They needed that. That's their first goal for the quarter, the Rovers.
Third term brought to you by Indigo Power. There's Blake Panda-Escott and Scott Montgomery with you for McRae Motors, and Dan Vaccaro dominating today. There's Jakey Gaynor, slaps it forward, but it goes to Garish, who was on the defensive side of the square, and gets it back outside on the far side. Working really hard, Jack Garish in the blue boots. He plays on. He's got Lockie McCartney running beside him. And McCartney comes inboard with this slow play once again to Will Shaganolan, who played game number 100 in that famous Derby win in round 1. Scott Montgomery.
Yeah, he's fantastic at night too. He's just a guy, you know what, you're going to get every single week, Shaganolan. That kick's not his best. Probably put the Moz on him there. No, we're going to get the kick. He's not great.
We pump him up, and he does that to a Shagger. Come on.
Big time. Normally better than that. You're a better bloke than that, Shags. Come on. As Charlie McGrath now takes the chest mark on centre wing for the Albury Tigers. Dan won't say no to the food, that's for sure. The weight is going straight to Vaccaro. Don't worry about Panda as the ball goes inside forward 50 for the Tigers. McQuaid gets another fist on it. I tell you what, he has spoiled everything that's come his way today, Jace McQuaid, and he's close to one of the Rovers' better players once you take Sam Murray out of it.
Party pie Dan Vaccaro,
How
hey?
good's that? He bypassed two
He
blokes.
did too.
Well, he saw the look that Panda gave him when he said no before.
I would have said yes to one of those prawn cocktails. I can assure you of that.
There was too much on that plate. I didn't know what to pick.
We get looked after here at the Rovers. Isn't that fantastic? That's why I put us on the balcony, boys. Nice strategic option as Philo
I just heard you were scared.
goes out to Garish. No, thank you, Trent. They ran out of room then, the Rovers. And we're going to have it tossed back in.
I thought you were
Edge
going
of
to
the
say ran out
50.
of room in that box, or, you know.
Well, we did. There's 6 in there. As it's going to be
live.
tossed back in. 50 around from Albury's goal. They've kicked 3 goals to 1 in this third term. 40 plays 52. 2 of those goals were to Fletcher Carroll. We've played 22 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock, and another stoppage. Just slowed down a little bit at this game at the moment, Scott Montgomery for McRae Motors.
It definitely has. I think both teams are happy with it. Just the way the quarter's going, just try and get out of this one and leave it like this. As Philo gets a quick handball there to McCarthy. McCarthy kicks it long, but there's no one at home. It's going to bounce in front of Gilmore. Gilmore's quick onto it, spins around.
Oh.
Got a bit of pressure coming, but well done, Gilmore.
Done well.
Side steps a couple and just throws on the boot. Not the best kick out in front of Page. And well done, O'Brien, who just nudged him under it beautifully and decides to move quickly back in board. Finds Alex McCarthy again, who's working quite hard. Looks like he's got up around the footy a little bit more this quarter. Finds Charles Ledger. The halfback flanker gets moving now. The young fella kicks out in front of Stewie Booth. Booth takes the good mark out in front, looking back inboard.
Had Philo on.
I like this, but didn't want to pull the trigger unless it's really on. Told to play on now. Jeffy ran over the mark before the call come, and the umpire says it's okay. Ledger gets it again. Goes to a dangerous spot in the ground. Don't want to turn it over there. And he does. Gaynor, great grab. And Alex McCarthy used to look like, don't kick it here, mate. I didn't want it.
Jake Gaynor with an intercept mark. How many disposals, Dan Vaccaro?
Jake Gaynor, 25 disposals and 2 goals.
He's been epic for the Albury Tigers. Jackson Kelly, a little bit quieter today, but if he has a big last turn, the Tigers could come home. So could this guy as well. They're on here if he plays on quickly, Matt Walker. He's got Jeffy Garlett out the back.
Oh.
Well done, Judge Schubert. Just got a little hand in it. Garlett probably could have done better again. And it goes over the line for a throw-in. Inside the attacking 50 for the Albury Tigers. They trail by 12. 52 plays 40 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
Really crucial moments there where Jeffy Garlett's just had the opportunity to really put Albury into this contest, and he's let them down on a couple of occasions, so you really want him to bite back here.
We've gone 25 on the NZ Albury time clock as the ball gets tossed in. Tackled straight away by Shag and Nolan. Was young Palm, John O'Mayo, who's got the headband on.
The Chris Judd look.
Yeah, it's not a great look. Not one you want to roll very often. But Isaac Muller just gone, get out of my way. Judd and gets it on the boot quickly, straight from the stoppage.
Oh!
King, first to react. That's what you love. An elite body and paint mark of the day. Just first to read it, got to it, low down, and we'll go back and have a shot to get the Albury Tigers within a goal again.
Absolutely. He's been one of the shining lights this quarter, Reece King. His work ethic has been second to none, and just a little bit of polish there to take a really good mark there. What an effort there by Reece King.
His old man sitting down there doesn't want to watch him kick this goal. He got up, and his mum's crossing his fingers.
As Reece King puts it on the boot, and that's probably why they didn't want to watch. Straight in front, 25 out. You need to be kicking those in a tight game like this. To the right side, he pushes it. Takes Albury to 6-5, 41. The Rovers 8-4, 52. 11-point lead on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard, and we have gone nearly 26 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock.
You just get the feeling they are wasting a couple of crucial opportunities in this contest, Albury. When a good team against Rovers, they're going to bite back.
What are the inside 50 numbers in this third term, Dan?
The inside 50 numbers, Rovers have had 9. Albury Tigers have had 17.
So they've dominated territory in this third term.
Yeah, no effort, no reward for effort.
3 goals to 1. They have trimmed the margin on the scoreboard back to 11 points, but you just feel like they probably deserve another goal in this third term for Indigo Power.
There, wasn't it, Panda?
Yeah, it certainly was. So a big miss from King.
Quite a kick.
Muller surely had to get a free kick there, and Gaynor didn't have the football as well. And we have a ball up. Just edge of the square. 4 to centre here for the Albury Tigers. Of course, play again in 5 days' time on Anzac Day. The Rovers have a week off next week, and they play the Lavington Panthers in a split round 5. The Rovers running into a bit of trouble here. Catapan under pressure, just jams it on the boot. Oh, good mark, a great mark by Allison. Just wanted the footy more. Plays on to Philo, running pass for the handball. Beautiful kick out wide, finds Mark Lou. Just outside attacking 50 for the Wangaratta Rovers.
What a kick from Brody Philo. Just took the weight off it. Great vision as well. Find Mark Lou. Mark Lou's about 60 away from goal. Just goes short in towards the pocket and finds a leading target in Justin Lewis. That was hard work from Lewis. There was no one inside 50 and he worked as hard as anyone to get back there and give a presenting lead towards Mark Lou, and he's found him about 40 out from goal.
Invaluable, the class that Brody Philo possesses, isn't it? He just doesn't get a whole lot of the footy, but when he does, he just makes the right decision every single time, and Mark Lou, a great hit up there.
Justin Lewis, former Cora Rutherglen Jr., sets sail, and it's not a great kick. It's going to be through for a minor score. Takes the Rovers up to 53, Albury 41. Back to that even 2-goal lead on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard, and we have gone nearly 28 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock.
Sam Murray approaching his 40th disposal. He's up to 39. Scott Montgomery.
So it's very close to 40.
A bit of a quieter term, you'd have to say, for Sam Murray, as I can smell those prawn cocktails and spring rolls.
Stuff your face right now, aren't
just
you?
to the right of me. Dan the man, the only one with a party pie in that third term. And Albury working their way back into the contest. The margin is 2 goals at three-quarter time to the way of the Wangaratta Rovers. A big grandstand finish coming up here on O&M Live. Two great teams battling it out. You'd expect them to be at the pointy end of the season. 53 plays 41. The Rovers lead. And on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
I said during the week, I reckon we got the game of the round, and I tell you what, I'm not far wrong, boys. 52-41, the Wangaratta Rovers holding a 2-goal margin over the Albury Tigers in a pretty entertaining day of football here at the WJ Finlay Oval. I hope you're enjoying the action on 2AY's O&M Live and O&M Snap Print Solutions TV, where Dougie Greshke, the cameraman, is doing some of his best work. Blake Penderecott with you, Dan Vaccaro and Scott Montgomery, who were some of our Macrae quarters best in that third term.
Yeah, thank you. It was a really good quarter by Albury. They probably didn't get the reward for effort, but the quarters best for that game, for that quarter, was Fletcher Carroll. He had 8 disposals and kicked 2 goals. He was unbelievable. His work rate was second to none, and he's definitely the quarter's best for Albury. And then for Rovers, I really like Xavier Allison. He had 7 disposals off the half-back line, and Sam Murray as well also had 7 disposals. He moves up to 39 as well, so he's on track for a massive game as well.
Could get 50 like
Broomhead.
I've got him in
who
50.
got 50?
50
Elliot Powell.
Broomhead.
And Powell.
Elliot Powell did not get 50.
Round one he got 50.
Apparently he did.
Albury, well, if you ask Robin McKinlay, maybe, but who knows with him.
Let's go around the grounds, Dan Vaccaro.
We will. So
Mr. Stowes Poolwell.
Well, you reckon we've got the best game. I'll tell you what, Yarrawonga and Wang is pretty good as well. 60.
Oof.
Yarrawonga plays Wangaratta 9-7-61.
I better take that line off of Wangaratta. I'll just rub that out for this quarter.
Just rub it out. They won't lose the game for the rest of the year now.
Kelmore has 5 goals.
I haven't won this one yet.
There you go. Lavington Sports Ground, 11-8. Lavington 74 plays Myrtleford 6-12-48. Wodonga Bulldogs, a really hard-fought contest over there at Martin Park, but they play Corowa 9-8-62. Corowa 6-7-43.
Twitty safe.
And the big one, Bunton Park, 22-6, 138 North Albury. Wodonga Raiders 6-7-43. And then you've got the game here that's going to shape up to be a great last quarter, 8-5-53, Wang Rovers to Albury, 6-5-41, Panda.
The Rovers getting their first win in the Ray White Rural Netball as well over the Tigers, and also the Wangaratta Magpies winning our netball broadcast as well. We're underway here in the 4th term thanks to Mac Jack Sheds, who have a big sale very soon. Going to see Phil and the crew at Mac Jack Sheds. Sam Murray's kick wasn't all that great to half forward, but it's been paid a mark here to the Albury Tigers.
Yeah, Parnell
Not
thought he
sure
dropped
about that one. Parnell definitely dropped that. Umpire says it's a mark, and he has the final call. Parnell goes out wide. Byrne couldn't mark it. In the end, we have a boundary throw in far side of the WJ Finlay Oval. We've played about 30 seconds, Dan.
We have, and Sam Murray's already got his 40th disposal, boys. So
there you go.
40 for the day for Sam Murray.
Will he raise the bat?
He will
raise the bat?
He will raise the bat.
Raise the bat.
You always put the moz on him now. When he gets 49, I'll tell him that it's you boys.
Well, then we have Dan, obviously, you know, his stats. Are they going to match up with Premier Data?
He
That's
might
the
have
big
58 already. Who knows?
As long as it's not Albury stats, man, we're good.
This ball gets tossed in now. Gaston, his fumbles it forward. Here go the Rovers. Could have been a free kick there for in the back. The umpire says no. Quick kick finds its way to Booth. Booth around the corner, goes to the top of the goal square. Gilmore's done well since quarter time on Marklew. Marklew's a bit too strong. Taking the ground. Umpire says nothing wrong with it. Duncan tackled straight away. Gets a handball towards Mail. John O'Mail with the headband. Gets it on the boot quickly around the corner. Oh, good grab. Tommy O'Brien. How improved he been with that elite body and paint mark of the day. Finds a teammate now in Fletcher Carroll. Carroll goes down the line towards Heiner Hennessy. A little bit too many legs at the moment for Charles Ledger. Colby with the fresh haircut.
Slim Shady.
Don't know whose haircut's worse, his or Logan Morris from round 1. But Colby Heiner Hennessy, that's a terrible kick. Looking for Unthank, turns it over. Wilson gets taken high, but that one says no, nothing in that. Play on, and Unthank goes away and finds O'Brien.
O'Brien through the middle of the WJ Finlay finds Carroll, who links up with Kelly. Good ball movement by the Tigers. Walker can't mark inside forward 50. McQuaid on him all day. Working hard at ground level was O'Brien. Fold up his work beautifully. Allison just grubbers it out really wide. It's a foot race out there. O'Brien wins it calmly for the Wangaratta Rovers as the sponsors fall silent here on the balcony. Catapan, a real hush over the WJ Finlay. Links up in a 1-2 with Lockie O'Brien. Couple of good left foot ball users. And he turns it over. Sam, what are you doing? Horrible kick. Here come the Tigers. Jake Garner in the middle of the ground. Just checks his kick at the last minute. Finds O'Brien. Half forward. Good play here by the Tigers. 53 plays 41. He goes laterally to Miles. And he comes in inside forward. 50.
Inside 50. Goes to John O'Mail with the headband. As Panda pointed to me and kept talking. Thanks, Panda.
Sorry, Monty.
John O'Mail takes a mark inside 50 and will go back and have a shot on goal.
Yeah, John O'Mail, a really good mark there, and I think he's actually been pretty good all day. He's got the headband on, Chris Judd style, but he'll go back from about 45 out directly in front. John O'Mail, massive goal coming up here.
I had a bit of party pie stuck
is that
in
what it
throat,
was?
Monty.
That's what you get. Those party pies get you every time, Panda. John O'Mail now on the run from 45, hooks it a little bit. Walker, McQuaid. Ball gets punched through by McQuaid for a minor score. Brings the score back to an 11-point ball game. The Rovers way on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. And we have gone about 5 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock.
Xavier Allison coming up for his 22nd disposal if he plays on here. And Jakey Gaynor, 26 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet as well.
Of course he plays on. They always do out of defence.
Shouldn't be a stat for my Panda.
I'm with you.
Kane Corn's big on that as well. Xavier Allison.
Just had a message through to it, three-quarter time. It's Mangapla, Cookadini, East Lakes. Keep leaving East Lakes out of the name. So just, if you're going to go with it, just get the whole name in there.
Mangapla, Cookadinia, East Lakes.
Goannas.
Goannas.
Actually, United.
I'll just go with the Goannas, hey? As Murray goes to half forward. Mark Lou's got 2 to beat, as he has done all day. He's kicked a couple of goals in the opening term, been a little bit quiet since. Gilmore's done well. He's had some help from his defence. And it's a throw in. Far side, half forward here for the Wang Rovers.
If you've just tuned in as well, Sam Murray, 41 disposals and a goal on the 40-wing stat sheet this game. He has been unbelievable.
Next level, hasn't he? He's shown why he was on 2 AFL lists as Sam Murray today, the coach of the Wangaratta Rovers. Ball gets tossed in. Those ruckmen are way too far away for that young fella. They'll learn one day, I reckon, Panda, but probably not today as O'Brien gets the clearance. Goes inside 50. Parnell just paddles it forward. It's not clean. It's a very rough and tumble ball inside 50. Goes to ground. He's going to be pinged here. Mason finds one. We're going to have hold in the footy and a shot on goal as the sponsors let him know that it's been happening all day. And it's Elijah Amory who will go back and line up for his second of the day. He's a hard worker, Elijah.
Yeah, he is, and this is a super important opportunity here coming up for Rovers. You just feel like if they get this goal, they're going to be really hard to beat because they're going to camp the ball inside their 50 and they're really professional at doing it.
Amory been really, really good today, I reckon. His work rate's been second to none as a small forward, and his forward pressure, as we saw then, has finally been rewarded for another shot on goal. Amory on the move now. Will set sail from 40. It's off the boot. He doesn't like it. It's going to push to the left-hand side through for a minor score. Takes the Rovers to 8-6-54. Albury 6-6-42 on the Wodonga Border Carpets scoreboard, and we have gone 6 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock.
And as the ball just trickles out of bounds, we'll just go around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Pool World. So it's Yarrawonga 9-6-60 plays Wangaratta 11-7-74. So they're in front there. Wang season-saving win if they pull that one off. Lavington 74 plays Murderford 48. Wodonga 69 plays Corowa 43. And North Albury 138 plays Wodonga Raiders 43.
Well, that Wodonga scores a career-saving scoreline.
For Twitty, yes.
Just focus on that Yarrawonga Wangaratta one now. Dan Vaccaro, our other 3&E broadcast game, as O'Brien trickles inside forward 50. Catapan off a standing start. Wrestle in the goal square between Gilmore and Mark Lou. Gilmore does a good defensive fist over the boundary line.
Been very good since quarter time, hasn't he, Hamish?
He's been very good indeed. Underrated defender. He's got a lot of strength. Did a wonderful pre-season down at Werribee, I hear. They were very impressed.
With him?
I think he is, yep.
They told him to just keep battling away. He's not on the list, but just keep trying because of his pre-season.
Been really good since losing Jay Hillary as well, so really taking more ownership in that second half.
2-goal lead here to the Wangaratta Rovers. 54 plays, 42. Shane Gaston out of the ruck. Bit of a ruckman sort of kick across the face of goal. Off the chest there of an Albury Tiger. I think it was Parnell. It was, and out of bounds on the opposite side of the goals, the broadcast side, the left forward pocket. The Wangaratta Rovers hogging a little bit of territory here, Scott Montgomery from McRae Motors.
Yeah, I think Alan Markley might have been saying he might have had a look there, but I don't think he did as the ball falls to Sam Murray around the corner. Sammy, can you do it? No. misses to the left-hand side, through for a minor score. Takes their lead up to 13 points on the Wodonga Border Carpets scoreboard.
Yeah, Sam Murray, 42 disposals, and he is human after all, missing that one there, but he's been fantastic today on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Hart with the kick-in duties for the Tigers. Big reach over the top, McQuaid. Muller tried to claim the mark. McQuaid got the hands first. Muller finds the hands there to Kelly. His kick was smothered by the coach and Sam Murray. Amory just tried to hand pass it to space and was going to try and run onto it. Kelly, he's been gang tackled by a couple of Rovers. He cleverly puts the ball across the boundary line to Jackson Kelly, and it will be thrown back in. True centre wing, just forward to centre for the Wangaratta Rovers, Dan Vaccaro.
Fantastic gang tackle there by Sam Catapan as well. He's had 17 disposals for this game. Been in the thick of everything.
Jackson Kelly's looked a bit indecisive today. As that one goes to O'Brien, another clearance, and inside 50 for him. Gets out the back, Marklew! Elite body and paint mark of the day. He stands up when he's needed, Elmer. And he'll go back and have a shot, and we like to call this one the Marklew pocket, I reckon.
Yeah, he's a class act, and that's just a fantastic mark going inside forward 50. But the one thing that's more impressive is Lockie O'Brien. He's had a quiet day. He's been tagged.
Snapped around the body quickly from Marklew and gives it to the thirds boys in the pocket. He loves it. Elmer Fudd goes back and kicks his third for the Wangaratta Rovers and just extends that lead a little bit further. Takes the Rovers to 9-7-61. Aubrey 6-6-42 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard.
Yeah, what a finish there by Al Marklew. You can just see that coming from a mile away. That he was going to go snap around the body and finish it. But I was just trying to mention before, Lockie O'Brien, he's been tagged for most of the day, but he could do a lot worse. He's come out in this quarter and he's just put the boys to the sword here. So he's had 5 disposals, 15 for the game, and he's been really impressive in the contest.
So Marklew with his third sausage. 2 in the opening term. It's his first one for a while. He just makes you pay, does Al Marklew. Here's Lockie O'Brien again with another 40 wings disposal, doing it when it matters. Linking up with Sam Murray, kicks a bullet to half forward, hits the ground. Will Unthank does well. He's been grabbed without the football. Umpire says play on. Catapan wins it for the Rovers. Gerrys tries to take on. Was that Fletcher Carroll? It was.
Been pinged. And
he's been pinged holding the ball. Great tackle by Fletcher Carroll. That's someone you don't get past very often.
I think it was the second tackle they've paid it for, which is Charlie McGrath.
It was Charlie McGrath.
Just finished him off.
So 61 plays 42. 19-point margin to the Wangaratta Rovers. The only goal in this final term for Mac Jack Sheds to Al Marklew. They lead by 19 for Wodonga Border Carpets.
Isaac Muller has tried all day today for the Albury Tigers. And he just finds a target again in Braden O'Hara. Plays on quickly, goes to the middle, not a good kick. Lockie McCartney, as you hear the bench get absolutely punched. We're going to see a free kick here go to Dylan Wilson. Anthony Miles was not happy as Wilson came through to give a shepherd. Just took him out. Just takes a bit of time out of it now. Goes sideways, finds the coach Sam Murray. What's he up to, please, off the 40-week stats?
44 disposals and 1 goal, Monty.
McCartney cramping, or he's got a leg injury in the middle of the ground as well.
He might be cramped the way he's moving. Sammy now just kicks it long. Fletcher Hart, no good there against Alex McCarthy. Too strong. McCarthy goes on quickly now towards Philo. Well done, Duncan. Took the body, and Dunks is nice and happy to just run that one over the boundary line. In the AFL, that's called insufficient intent, but here we don't play that rule.
Brody Fowler, he's had a really interesting day. He's only had 13 disposals, but I feel like every single time he gets it, he hits a target. He's probably created 3 goals out of those opportunities as well.
Murray and Jake Gaynor lining up on each other, just having a nice friendly chat off the stoppage there.
Height disparity.
As Philo applies a tackle on Michael Duncan. Inside the forward 50 for the Wang Rovers, who have come out in the crunch final term with all the attacking play. How many inside 50s, Dan?
7 inside 50s this quarter to Aubrey's 2.
So they're definitely dominating territory. Game's there to be won. They lead by 19. Catapan, his hand pass was intercepted by Hart, who just dropped the football. Is that out on the full against O'Brien?
Yep.
I think it is. Or is it against the Catapan?
It's out in the full.
No, that wasn't off him. No way.
Is it? They're saying it's off Catapan, I think. No?
No, they're chanting that.
Okay, so it was definitely off Tom O'Brien. That's what we thought.
You just don't know sometimes, do you, which way they're going to point?
And Catapan is the recipient. He's tied up against the boundary, wrong side for a left footer.
Standing there.
Sam Murray calling for it.
It's been picked up.
Catapan will kick right in front of the cricket change rooms, broadcast side to the bar reserve end of the WJ Finlay. Tied up against the boundary, goes the drop punt, centres it to the top of the gold square. Byrne just dropped the football. Umpire says play on. And the Tigers, through Parnell and Mail, link up out of defence. Mail screws it over his body to Carroll.
Fletcher Been a little bit quiet today, but worked his way into it. Goes inboard towards McGrath. Young Charlie's been very good today, I reckon, building in this game nicely. Keeps coming across the grounds towards Duncan. Murray gets there late, but affects the mark. Gets back onto his feet and gets the footy around the corner now. I reckon that one's going to go out of bounds on the full. And it is. We'll have a free kick to Albury on the halfback flank here on the Rovers end of the ground.
Yeah, not his finest kick, Sam Murray, but he has been unbelievable today. He's had 45 disposals, so he's been best on ground by the straight at Flemington, Monty.
13 minutes played. Final term for Mac Jack Sheds. That's on the NZ Albury time clock. Big pack of players. The ball goes over the head of all of them. And swooping on it is Fletcher Carroll. He's got Anthony Miles at half forward. He marks. I thought he played on.
He's been told to now.
He's been told to play on. Comes inboard beautifully. Finds O'Hara. Too far out to score. They got players inside forward 50 on their own. Marking this as Mail. He wants to play on straight away. He does. O'Brien tripped over at the last minute and could have marked inside forward 50. He didn't. Reece King got McCarthy high and they wrestle off the football. The Rovers exit defence. Here is Stuart Booth working really hard. Gets around Max Byrne. Goes short down the wing. Finds Dylan Wilson, who takes on Fletcher Hart. Hart wraps him up in a really big tackle. Wilson gets rid of the ball at the last minute. And in the end, the boundary line wins out. Desperation from both sides. Throw in far side. The Rovers 61. The Tigers 42. 14 played for NZ Albury final term.
Yeah, unbelievable work there by Rovers just to get it out of that back 50 through the work of Tom Boyd and then able to draw a contest up in the half forward for Wang Rovers. That's a huge contest.
One thing about the Rovers, they just fight right down to that last line of defence, and that was shown there by Alex McCarthy, who just dove in at the footy. As we go around the grounds quickly, please, Dan.
Yarrawonga, 72, plays Wangaratta, 73.
McCarthy, that man again, gets a kick inside 50, not a great one. Parnell takes a mark, uncontested. Plays on quickly now. He's got a man in, Heiner Hennessy, standing all by himself. Slim Shady, being front on contact or a mark, whichever way you want to see it. Definitely there. Settle down, sponsors. It's all right.
I like it.
Colby goes inboard. Nice kick that one is. Finds O'Brien. Been very good all day today, Tommy. Trying to direct a bit of traffic.
We've always said they're the most raucous balcony, haven't we?
They are, especially when they're winning. It's Tommy O'Brien now wants to sidestep and couldn't quite get around McCarthy. Goes now to Mail. Mail takes a mark on true centre wing here for the Tigers.
O'Brien kept on running beautifully.
He's opened up a hole, and I think he's going to get it here. Yep. Mail goes towards O'Brien. That's work rate right there, but well done, McCarthy, who went with him every step of the way. Gets it out of bounds. I'll tell you what, Alex McCarthy works both sides of the footy so well. That'll be a clip shown on Monday night's review.
Around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Pool World, if you are just listening in, Yarrawonga 72, plays Wangaratta 73, so what a contest there. Season-saving game here for Wangaratta.
What a win that would be for Ben Reid and the Wang Magpies if they could get over Yarrawonga. 19-point lead here to the Rovers in this one for Mac Jack Sheds. Inside the Albury attacking 50. Miles wrapping up O'Brien. O'Brien got a hand to it. McCarthy just grubbering it forward. A clever little hand pass over his head from Wilson. Gaston up against Mail and a soccer off the ground from Wilson. Goes 40 metres forward and into the arms of big Judd Schubert. The beanpole. He's got a lot of talent, young Judd. Won the thirds goal kicking last year, made his debut. Goes short to Allison. And they got the overlap here because running onto this one is Will McCarthy. Lining up from 45, open, goal square!
It's hit the post.
It's hit the post. The sponsors and myself for a second thought that was a goal, but it hit the back of the post. Percentages in this game, hey? The Rovers 62, Albury 42, 20-point lead to the Rovers and a 16 minutes of play on our NZ Albury time clock.
As O'Hara plays on quickly, not a great kick. Catapan's there, gets the handball now. Finds that man McCarthy again, he'll go for a second chance. Will McCarthy, that's better! Sungang goal today, Will McCarthy. Number 10 for the Rovers, if you don't mind. 10-8, 68, 6-6, 42. 16-point lead on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard.
That's just about the game, I reckon, too, boys. That's 2 cracks at it from McCarthy, and he made that one count. What a finish. Wangaratta Rovers have been really professional this quarter, just dominating the territory. 10 inside 50s to only 3 of Albury, so they've shut up shop, and they've just done the work. Lockie O'Brien, he hasn't had a great day, but he's been fantastic this quarter. 7 disposals this quarter and 17 for the game, and his clearance work is second to none, along with Xavier Allison off the halfback. He's had 5 this quarter, 25 for the game. Sam Murray, 6 touches, and Sam Catapan, 6 touches as well this quarter.
So when Fletcher Carroll goaled at the 11th minute mark of the third term, it brought the margin back to 5 points. The Rovers have gone bang, bang, bang with 3 of their own. And here they go again inside 50, landing on the chest of Justin Lewis. who will line up for 4 in a row and to put the Rovers 32 points in front. He'll line up from 45 out directly in front.
And it was that man, Sam Murray, again, the clearance out of the midfield, just getting a boot to it and getting his 7 touch for the quarter, 46 disposals.
He plays on and finds Wilson all on his own inside forward 50.
I think it's Sammy,
You're right. No, it's Sammy Catapan. You're right. So Catapan will line up to put the result beyond doubt here. Is a beautiful left foot kick, 45 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Poor defensive effort from the Tigers.
Yeah, it's not great, is it? A lot of time there to set up, and they just didn't quite do it, and Catapan just rolls into space. 7
disposals this quarter for Sam Catapan, so he's gotten to work as well on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Margin at 26. The former Aberfeldy captain pushes it to the left. Just keeps Albury in it. 27-point margin, 69 place 42. We've played 18 minutes in the 4th term thanks to Mac Jack Sheds. It's a 27-point margin on our Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard.
Yeah, the problem with Albury is that it's 27 points, but Albury just can't get it in there forward half at all. So Rovers have done really well setting up.
What are the inside 50s on 40-wing stats for this quarter, please?
11-3 in favour of Rovers.
They're killing it. That man, Will McCarthy. What a 5 minutes of footy he's played. As Will McCarthy now looking for a 50. This plays on sideways, goes to Gaston.
He's played well all game, Gaston. He's worked his ringer off.
He has been nearly 1 out in the ruck.
Great description, Dan.
Well done there by Braden O'Hara. Punches it out of bounds. As you see this little fist bump here in front of me, geez, that's cute.
It was.
The ball's going to get thrown in.
What's the score in the other game, Dan, please?
Score in the other game. We'll
Yarrawonga, Wangaratta.
Oh, 78 to 75 in favour of Yarra.
Oh, they're back in front. The Yarrawonga Pigeons. What a game it is down there. JC Lowe is now going to work his miles, tackled straight away, and we're going to have a repeat stoppage here. So that score again, sorry, down at JC Lowe?
78 to 75 in favour of Yarra over Wang. But what I really like here is Rovers are just getting a stoppage, and they're just going to see this game out.
Not one player in the Albury half at the moment. As the ball now falls away of Jakey Gaynor. And that man who's the only one back there is Jace McQuaid. Punches it sideways. Will McCarthy will be happy to see this one over. As Braden O'Hara, a bit frustrated, is Brado. The ball goes out of bounds. 27-point lead here to the Wangaratta Rovers. Yeah, and as you boys said, it's pretty much all over.
Yeah, Braden O'Hara just showing his frustration there. He hasn't had a great day. He's had 13 touches. He's done what he's needed to do, but not up to scratch for his high standards.
27-point lead to the Wangaratta Rovers. 20 minutes played, NZ Albury time clock in this final term for Mac Jack Sheds. Tom Boyd once again been brilliant in defence for the Wangaratta Rovers as Anthony Miles comes for a rest. The coach of the Albury Tigers, who have now a massive game on Anzac Day in 5 days' time.
The informed team in the comp against it too.
Muller with the tap down. A good snap on goal there. I think it was Matt Walker, who's been pretty quiet today. And a great defensive mark there by Tom Boyd on the last line. He's been fantastic.
And this man as well, Allison, 26 disposal that was.
I reckon he's gone at about 100% efficiency too, Xavier Allison. He goes short to O'Brien. This one's done and dusted. Boys, start thinking about our anytime fitness player of the day.
I think we have to think.
I think we
Are we watching the same game?
We just try and make it exciting, boys.
The MVP might be interesting.
Yeah,
but
69 to 42, final term. The Rovers are home.
It's 27-point margin on the Wodonga Border Carpets scoreboard. Sam Murray just going to add a few more stats. I reckon he'll get a couple of 1-2s here.
He wants the 50.
He knows exactly how many he's got when he's playing.
Counts them all.
Sammy.
It's like when you count your first 10 runs in cricket. I do anyway.
I don't get there very often, so I don't know. Never got the 10.
Nah.
As Ledger just sends it down the line towards McQuaid. Elite body and paint mark of the day. And the sponsors love it. Now look at Sammy. He's 5 metres away and he's calling for a kick.
I've got him down for 47, Sammy, so he's getting
on
very close.
He's going to get it. Here's another one.
48.
As Ledger finds Sam Murray. Murray now. He's just going to try and find a kick just backwards, I reckon. And he does. His plays on. He goes about 50 metres sideways and backwards. Straight into the sun there for Tommy Boyd.
This is so clever by Rovers, though. They're just not giving Albury an inch or any chance to get back into the contest here.
And he goes short to Allison. Now watch Sam Murray. I reckon you'll find a bit of space in him. He's pretending like he's puffed and can't run. But I reckon he's going to run into a hole in a minute and try and get a cheap kick.
Quickly around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Pool World. Wangaratta 87, plays Yarrawonga 78.
What a game.
It's going backwards and forwards, that one.
Unfolding down there at the JC Lowe Oval. Yarrawonga haven't lost at home in 2 years. They come towards Sam Murray. It's been intercepted here by Albury. Numbers inside forward 50. Walker marks. Simply must go through and very quickly. You'd think it's probably too late anyway. But he's been well held as Matty Walker. He'll kick from 30 metres out on a slight angle. Should nail this to bring the margin back to 21 points. We've played 22 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock. Walker bangs through his first goal. So it's a 21-point margin. You took the words right out of my mouth, Scott Montgomery. 69 plays 48 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. That score again at the JC Low Oval, Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, we are looking at 78 plays 87 in favour of Wangaratta. So they're looking for their first win of the season. Good finish there by Matt Walker. He hasn't had a great day today. Obviously, a great defensive effort by McQuaid on him as well. So a good goal there, but he's had a really quiet day. 5 inside 50s for Albury plays. Wangaratta Rovers 11, just getting it done. Xavier Allison's had 8 disposals. He scored a 28 for the game. But Sam Murray, 48 disposals for the game. He has just been unbelievable all day.
And he's just gone and plonked himself as a loose down back going, I'm going to need a couple more here, I reckon.
Why not? He deserves
He's had as many disposals as Albury have had points.
Wow.
It's very true. As the ball goes up and Muller, he's battled all hard all day. He wins that tap and John O'Malley just throws it inside 50. O'Hara comes from behind. Come off about 3 sets of hands, but the umpire pays it. Rolls on straight away onto that left boot in front of Kelly. Oh, well down there. Tommy Boyd punches. Walker around the corner from 45. He's going to fall short. And there's that man, Sammy Murray, coming up for number 49. And I reckon he'll try and get a cheap one back straight away as he goes to Allison in the back pocket.
Stat padding just a little bit here, these boys. I like it. They know when the Premier data's come out on a Sunday. As Xavier Ellison hugs the boundary line. Muller swoops on this footy. The Rovers lead by 21. Almost in red time here in this last quarter for Mac Jack Sheds. The boys think our Anytime Fitness player of the day is done and dusted. I tend to agree.
Quarter time.
Got to raise the bat, I think.
I tend to agree. Fletcher Carroll was brilliant in that third term. Kicked 2 goals and had about 10 disposals. John O'Malley's been really impressive on debut for the Albury Tigers. He kicks it to half forward and the boundary line wins out. So 60 around from Albury's goal. This one's over, guys. 69 to 48 on 2AY's O&M Live. But what about the score at the JC Low Oval, Dan?
84 to 88 in favour of Wang. It's Wang, so it's 1 kick in it.
We might cross to that game shortly at the final siren of this one, actually. If our panel op Trent Geddes can just get up the other stream, we might try and take you to that game following this one, depending on how long's left in that game. That's what we do here on O&M Live, Scott Montgomery.
We do it all. We share it, don't we? We definitely share the love around. This ball gets tossed up again. Muller, give him another tap to Miles. Quick handball, goes inside 50 from Carroll. Goes to the top of the square. Murray doesn't quite take it. Falls away with McQuaid. Quick handball backwards towards Boyd. Goes short towards Osborne. Great battle here by Page. And then it was McGrath. He's come through hard. Jake Page throws it on the boot from 45 out around the corner. Could have been a free kick. Umpire says, yep. Holding the man. Tommy Boyd at front position. I'll tell you what, he's up there. He might be close to an MVP vote today. Not trying to influence you at all, Vax, but maybe.
No, sounds like it to me.
He's got to be thereabouts as Tommy Boyd plays on and goes wide towards Jackie Garish.
So Garish at half back. It's been serviceable again, Jack Garish. So important for their link up. So 88 plays 84.
22 and a half minutes gone in the final quarter.
Magpies versus Pigeons. Magpies looking for their first win. The Rovers are going to go 4-0 here. A wonderful start to the SS&A Ovens and Murray season for the Wangaratta Rovers. And they will play in a fortnight's time.
Should have been a free kick to Catapan there. He got him very, very high.
Against Lavington, so they have next weekend off. And we'll be broadcasting that game, a standalone game. The Panthers and the Rovers on O&M Live. Tossed up at half forward for Albury. Good luck marking that skyscraper of a kick from Carroll. Amory came through for the Rovers. Duncan working hard, hand passing it inside forward 50. King reaching out for it. Heine Hennessy dived over this football, and we're going to have a ball up. The Stings score down to this one, gents. 30 metres out from Albury's goal.
A professional win by Rovers today.
21-point lead for Wodonga Border Carpets.
Been fantastic, the Rovers today, all day. Albury come at one stage, but they were able to just steady the tide a bit, the Rovers, and they're going to run away with a nice 4 or 5 goal victory here. And it's going to be a free kick. Go the way of John O'Malley. who's been very impressive, as Panda said a couple of times on debut. Not much of him, but he tries very hard, finds the footy. Goes short towards the pocket to find Fletcher Carroll. He's in probably a harder spot, I would have thought, than where John O'Mail was, but he'll go back, and I reckon he'll have a shot. No point passing off on the game's over, is there? You might as well try and get the extra goal. Name in the paper. Lining up for number 3 for Fletcher.
25 disposals as well.
Probably got the legs.
Been good. Fletcher Carroll now rolls around, sends it on its way through for a minor score. Just missed to the near side. Takes Albury to 7-7-49. The Rovers 10-9-69, 20-point lead on the Wodonga Border Carpets scoreboard.
And just around the grounds.
28 minutes on NZ Albury time clock.
Around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Pool World Pigeons still 84 plays, Wangaratta 88.
25 played in that game, and we've had 28 minutes scored in this game for NZ Albury as Matt Walker marks for the Albury Tigers. The siren sounds, and the Rovers continue their winning ways in the SS&A Ovens and Murray. They go to 4-0 with a 20-point win over the Albury Tigers. 10-9-69 the Rovers. Albury 7-7-49. A big win for Sam Murray's men, who had how many disposals, Dan Vaccaro?
Sam Murray had 49 disposals, I've got him down for.
49 disposals, so I'm sure Scott Montgomery, who's heading boundary side for the nil, we will let him know that he just fell short of the 50. And why Scott Montgomery goes boundary side, we might just really quickly get up the other stream as Yarrawonga hit the lead, 90-88.
This is
Trenner, give us a minute or two's worth of this game for us.
Wheeler and Cam Wilson in the middle of the ground, this ball up.
Yeah, lead changes galore, and the Pigeons find themselves back in front by 2. Wheeler off the ground by Clark. Here goes Moore. He's going into the centre. Newton caught at the front. Now here's Urquhart. And he'll see it across the chalk, so they do concede the Pigeons. It's back to 1 point. It's back to 1 point. So 90 plays 89 on the Worklocker Wangaratta scoreboard. We're gone 26 here, final turn, thanks to Maccas.
So ball's in the hands of Bruce, across half-back. 1 point ball game here at the JC Low Oval. Welcome to our listeners on 2AY that have just finished at the Rovers and Albury game. I hope you enjoyed that broadcast and you're going to enjoy this one. It's a 1 point contest. Yarrawonga lead Wangaratta. We're going to ball the footy up on the scoreboard side of the ground. 26 minutes gone for Maccas. Yarrawonga 90, the Wangaratta Magpies 89. Moore's in the ruck. He won the tap trying to find Federico. Well done, Lockie Howe. He's on hands and knees. Players dive on top of the football. We'll ball it up. True centre wing scoreboard side. 26 and a half gone for Maccas. 1 point lead to Yarra.
Been unreal, this. What a contest. Moore flipped it over his head. Clark came away hurriedly on the boot. Just got it back on his right foot. O'Keefe had a swipe at it. Then Fraser Hollandine got it off to Charlie Hollandine to Wallace. On to O'Keefe. Don't tell me. That is a ripper. That is one of the best goals you'll ever see kicked in the O&M. It was absolutely brilliant. And 2 for O'Keefe, that makes it. They've got a 5 point lead, the Maggies. Let's go to Freaky.
Yeah, just beautiful play there between the two brothers, Charlie Hollandine to Fraser Hollandine, then a really nice handball to Fraser Ellis, who had all in the rights in the world to have the shot there himself, but unselfishly gave the ball off to a better position, and Will O'Keefe, who basically ran into an open goal and put the Magpies in front by 5 points. I think he's been outstanding today, Will O'Keefe. He hasn't got big numbers, but he's done a lot of little things well for the Maggies and really stood up at different times when they needed him to.
There won't be enough Gillamontong Lamb to feed Will O'Keefe tonight if the Magpies get up. He has been instrumental. 5 point lead to Wangaratta. We're back live in the centre. Callum Moore's into the ruck and will ball the footy up once again. Almost 28 minutes gone in the final term for Cavalier Holmes. Willie Wheeler, his boot missed the football. Hollandine, this is Fraser, gets the Magpies inside 50. Juice Newton in a one-on-one. Hell without the football. Pendergast joins in the party for the Yarrawonga Pigeons and kicks out wide. He finds Ironspawn. Ironspawn's across half-back. Many a numbers wait a long way down the ground. That's where he kicks to a contest. Ryan Bruce brought it to ground level. Underground handball was okay to Casey. Casey to Tanner Nyholm. He fumbled at the crucial moment. Not much support here for the Yarrawonga Pigeons. Well done by Ryan Ironspawn. Got himself into the contest. They've gained 80 metres and Charlie Naish takes it across the boundary line for a restart. 5-point lead to the Wangaratta Magpies. 28.5 minutes gone in the final term for Cavalier Homes.
What a way it would be to hit back the Maggies, hey, and pick up their 4 premiership points, the first 4 premiership points of season 2024. Let's have a look. There's Maury trying to bore his way through. Tight in the contest, Lockout takes it on the boot. Now here's Lewis Smith, puts the foot down, swings it around right foot. I don't believe it. Yarrawonga lead by a point. Lewis Smith is playing a blinder. Would you see a better game of football than this? I don't think so.
Wow, what a play there by Yarrawonga. Just kept moving the ball forward. It wasn't pretty, but they did the right things. Just kept getting the ball moving in there towards their goals. And again, Perry Lewis Smith in the right place at the right time. Just read the ball well, run in front of his opposition and just got the ball. Beautiful snap there on his right foot up against the boundary and just rolled in through there. There can't be long left in this game. We thought there'd be about 30 minutes gone. 29 minutes and 30 seconds gone on the clock here. Can't be long left in this match.
Way to make yourself an instant hero at Yarrawonga. Perry Lewis Smith back in the middle. Cal Moore wins the stoppage. Goes by hand to Nash. Got it on to Moore. Appears for holding the footy. He's paid holding the ball. The umpire has paid holding the football. Matt Casey wins the free kick. He's going to suck some life off the clock, his big case. Kicks out wide of the scoreboard side. It's a mark. Ryan Ironspawn. Precious seconds tick by as the clock hits 30 thanks to Maccas. Ironspawn kicks Yarrawonga inside forward 50. Gibbons out the back. Boundary throwing deep into attack for Yarrawonga. 14-11-95 to Wangaratta Magpies. Yarrawonga 15-6-96. Over 30 minutes gone for Maccas, and we're deep into attack for Yarrawonga.
Absolutely super. Let's have a look. So it's in the pocket. Lake Marwala in. Boundary umpire, shocking. He'll get another go at that. So everyone, a little nervy at the moment, Freaky.
I was going to say, even the boundary umpire's feeling at the moment, boys.
Yeah, that's it. Pigeons lead by 1. Close to siren time, and we're going to have a third go for the boundary umpire. He's feeling the pinch out there. Makes sense. What a cracking contest. There we go, and the roars from the crowd. Wheeler, is that the sealer?
It's on the full though, or a minor score.
Yeah, so 2 points the margin. 2 points the Pigeons lead by. Magpies have it at full back.
Tilly, he's going to go long up the guts. The Magpies need a mark, simple as that. Big contest forms. Dane Porter got it forward. Irvine intercepted. Inside 58 and Tilly's in the hole. Tilly marks for the Magpies. 2-point lead to Yarrawonga. 31.5 minutes gone as Jackson Clark marks. Kicks up to the half-forward flank. Liam McVeigh, 85 from home for Yarrawonga. They've got to go quickly. Liam McVeigh into the hot spot. They need a mark. Casey. Matt Casey takes what could be one of the most important marks inside defensive 50. He's going to milk more precious seconds off the clock and kick long down the line.
Here he goes, Casey. Look at that. Right out to true centre wing on the far side. Ball hits the deck.
No, mark to McVeigh.
It's paid. Wow. Okay, so McVeigh, they're coming in again. One last roll of the dice here for the Maggies. Up goes the contest. Maury has it. He's tied up by the Maggies. 2 points in it. The Pigeons lead here. We're gone 32 thanks to Macca's final term.
Moore's in the ruck against Howe. Give it to Moore. Clearing kick from Yarrawonga with Wheeler. He gets it up to the wing. McVeigh's marked once again. He plays on against Williams. Inside forward 50. It's into the hole and Casey. No one there for Wangaratta. Siren! One of the most epic encounters of Ovens and Murray football goes the way of the Yarrawonga Pigeons. 15-7-97 to Wangaratta, 14-11-95 in a contest that ebbed and flowed. Yarrawonga did enough when it mattered. A 2-point victory, jubilation for the Pigeons, and complete and utter heartbreak for Wangaratta.
Yeah, one of the greatest games ever played here at JC Low Oval. That was an all-time classic. 2 points in it, eh? 97-95, the Pigeons get home, the Hoops, and they take their record to 4-0. The Maggies without a win in season 2024.
We've just finished at the JC Low Oval. What an epic encounter. 2-point win to the Yarrawonga Pigeons over the Wangaratta Magpies. We hope you enjoyed the ending of that. Stick around, Rovers fans, because we've got the song on the other side of this and Sam Murray as well. We're done and dusted here at the WJ Finlay Oval. We have a massive post-game show on the other side of this. The Rovers 69, the Tigers 49. The Rovers are undefeated 4-0, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.